What's up, everybody? We are back with a brand new edition. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Jen. I'm your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption to work in your favor. I already know that sounds good to you, so click that follow button or subscribe wherever you're watching from. Also, if you're interested in, hey Brittany girlfriend, if you're interested in having me manifest for you or one-on-one coaching so that we can figure out where you're going wrong, so we can fix it and get it going right and put the accelerator on you and your SP, then go ahead and book a session with me. All links are in my bio. Also, join our WhatsApp community. It is free. I've been so damn busy. Hey Amanda, hey James, hey Taylor, hey Glitter Sparkles. So if you are interested in joining our free WhatsApp community so that we can get you, so that you can get motivated, start seeing, well, I'll get to you in a second, Flashy, and start seeing you getting your, getting movement. You can start seeing people getting movement, right? And let the success stories, motivate you. Also, feel free to post in there because we're very active in there to help you figure out and get something going, okay? Also, I go live every day at 10 o'clock. Hey, I'm Katie, girlfriend. I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, don't even trip. I put them on the tube of you. So head on over there, and while you're there, go ahead and subscribe and watch my long-ass lives. Just mute the volume. I don't care. Help me get my watch hours up so that we can teach everyone else. It's about leveraging the law. It's not about following the law when you can understand how the law works and leverage it. Because who decided the rules of law of assumption? Exactly. Okay. Matthew, what did you say? What do I do when I'm waking up at 3 and 4 in the morning having bad dreams until I go to bed? Matthew said, what do I do when I'm waking up at 3 and 4 in the morning having bad dreams and affirming until I go to bed? That's what I do. That's what I do, is if I wake up like to go to the bathroom, or you wake up because you're having a bad dream, then what I do is I affirm until I fall back asleep, okay? Don't worry, don't read too into dreams, okay? If you're having a bad dream, it doesn't matter. It's not a future predictor, okay? Definitely don't throw that shit into ChatGPT. But oftentimes, when you're having a bad dream and you wake up from it, it is your conscious mind protecting you. So it wakes you up, okay? So don't worry about it. It's kind of like if you have a dream and you're falling and you wake up, that's your conscious mind protecting you again, okay? So don't worry about that. Now, Flashy, you need to be affirming that he's coming over to see the dog. He's coming over to see Clutch tonight. And we're gonna have coffee. He's coming over to see Clutch tonight. He's coming over to see Clutch tonight. He's coming to see Clutch tonight, right? So therefore he sees said dog. Okay, and then when he gets there and you hear a knock on the door, go brew some coffee in your new Keurig, bitch. Okay, and just keep it casual, okay? Let the evening flow where it flows. But I want you right now, Flashy, to start knowing, okay? You need to start knowing that he's coming to see Clutch tonight, okay? Don't be nervous about it. View your nerves as excitement and be like, no, he's coming to see Clutch. I know he's coming to see Clutch tonight. I know he's gonna come see Clutch tonight. Okay, you've been talking every day, sister. Okay, just kind of how you know now that he's going to message you. Same knowing, okay, is knowing that he's going to absolutely come and see your puppy. Okay, hey, darling girlfriend. Hey, Sabrina. Okay, I'll check it out. Hey, Ashley bestie. Hey, Wendy. I will check it out. It made my day weird. There you go. Yeah, throw it into your besties chat. But I wouldn't worry about it, right? Like, that's right, Cece, he certainly is. I wouldn't feel, don't read into dreams, okay? Like, don't. If your SP's in your dream, great. I don't care the context of your dream. It doesn't matter, okay? It does not matter. What I want is to focus on who's in your dream. Hey, Organically Zen Skincare. Thanks, girlfriend. Okay, so it matters, like if he shows up in your dream, that's a good sign, right? Because it's like, oh, he's in my dream. That's a good sign because that means I'm in his dream. The context of the dream is irrelevant. I don't even remember half my dreams. And if I do, I don't dwell on it. I just keep it pushing, right? Like you wake up for the day and then you go about your day. You don't need to think about it again, unless it's like a lover's dream. Okay. Organically skincare. I dreamed I was nursing a baby boy. Woman born, a guy next to me nursing with a fake boo. Weird. Some of your dreams are weird, right? I have weird dreams all the time where it doesn't really make sense. Like the other day I was like in a Jumanji scene is what I felt like. I didn't read into it though. I was just like, okay, that was a weird dream. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Yeah, Liz, if you have my cell phone number, send me a texty and I can move you up for sure. Thanks, DePayo. I feel like that's French. I like it. CCC, the same thing. That was weird. CCC. Red shirt. That's it. I had to turn my flash on because I got blackout curtains and my boyfriend was sleeping. I had to turn my camera light on to see what to see the clothes in my closet. Hey, day girlfriend. Hey, kitty cat. The dreams analogy are weird. We're going to talk about patterns today. Okay, we're going to talk about patterns today because I think it's a very important, but let me get through these questions real quick. I was so sad leaving SP yesterday. The distance sucks, but I'm persisting. Yeah, Dave. Okay, so don't view distance. Oh, there we go, Elizabeth. Got it. Don't view distance, okay? Don't worry about the distance, okay? If you view distance as an issue, distance will continue to stay an issue, okay? Versus, and that's an obstacle, okay? Versus, Dade, if you'd be like, well, it depends on where you're at in your relationship. But you could throw on the back end of your manifesting in steps that he wants to live with me right now. He wants to live with me right now. He wants to live with me right now. So whether that means he has to move to you, then that's what that means. But I'm glad you got to see your boo. I'm glad you got to see your boo. Oh, AI summary. Is that me? It says, oh, I guess so. I can manage AI summaries. I didn't even know I had an AI summary on here. Well, look at that. I would. I need to go do a wardrobe haul, to be quite honest. I realized, funny note about me, is I realized that I have zero swagger about me. Like, I need to buy outfits, right? Like, outfits at the same time, you know, versus like, oh, those are a cute pair of pants. And then like you go shopping next, that's a cute top, but nothing jives. Nothing jives. So it's like, no, I need to go pick out pants or shorts and top at the same time, put together, boom, we got an outfit. It's the little things in life I'm learning. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still look good when we go out, but I need to get better at pairing outfits. My friend is really good at that, so I'm going to have her pair me some outfits in the Shein cart, because I love fucking Shein, by the way. I love Shein. You just shared with Serena that SP posted her getting a tattoo. And I went to look up the tattoo meaning. What? Keep going, Jacques. You gotta type a little faster, bro, because now I have to scroll down to see what the hell you said. Here we are. I got triggered because apparently the tattoo had some meaning about different time zones. Jacques, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Okay, so this is what happens when you guys go digging for some shit. That's like as silly as me seeing Lisa post her tattoo yesterday and then running that shit through Google Lens and being like, what is the meaning of this tattoo? Because here's the thing, Jacques, okay, is that tattoo could have a completely different meaning, okay? It could actually have a symbolic meaning in her life, right? Like, let's say her parents, or she used to live somewhere else and now she lives here. Like, that could be that could be the tattoo. It could be like, it obviously has some kind of symbolic meaning in her life. Or it could have no meaning at all. It could literally have no meaning at all to her. Okay, she could literally have just gotten that tattoo because she thought it looked dope. Okay, that could, hey Divine Valley. That literally could have been the only reason she got that tattoo. Who was it? There's like somebody famous. I want to say it's Angelina Jolie, but there's somebody famous who got a tattoo. I think it was like Asian writing or something. Or it was some kind of foreign writing, and they actually like they screwed up the words, something like that. Some famous person, and so like the tattoo has no meaning because it literally like they screwed up the translation. So don't worry about that shit. How are you gonna get in your fucking head over a tattoo meaning when it could have no meaning at all? She could have just been like, yeah, that shit looks dope. I like it. Let's get it. Oh, man. You guys kill me. You guys kill me with your investigative hats. Okay? If you're going to be an investigator, go spend time investigating some shit worthwhile. Turn it into a business. Y'all should turn that into a business, right? Like Jacques PI services at your need, at your beck and call. Private investigator, open for business. On a side note, though, there used to be a reality show like that. Have you not honestly ever wanted to be a PI for people that hire you because they want to see if their boyfriend is cheating? How fun of a freaking job would that be? There was ladies that used to do that, and then they used to try and go bait the boyfriend and see if they take the bait. I forgot what show that was, but I think that would be a fun job. I'm just saying. We gotta think outside the box. We gotta think outside the box here and take a talent that you guys clearly are good at and then make some money off of it, right? Go up all these people and be like, would you like me to decipher your dreams for you? I will go ahead and do that for one low price of $4.97. And you just throw it into ChatGPT and then spit it out for him. Just saying. Taylor, he had a dream he read all your affirmations and he did not like it. Hey, Prima Donna Bestie. You guys are so funny. You guys kill me. You guys are so funny with this stuff. 2 nights ago, I dreamt 2 guys I know wanted to date me, and my love was watching, saying, "No, you're mine." Good, Lisa. Let's hold on to that dream. That's a good one. Okay, shock. You understand how silly that sounds, right? You're like, who is SP talking to in another time zone? Who in the hell goes and gets a tattoo, a whole tattoo, a permanent tattoo on their body for someone they're talking to? Does that make any sense? I mean, other than my stupid ass, but does that make any sense? It doesn't make any sense. I would like to believe, Jacques, that your SP has brain, right? And so people don't do that for people they're just talking to. That would be wild. That would be wild. I mean, I got my my ex, I got his name on my body 3 times because I was an idiot. Okay? But we were dating at that time. And now I've erased him from my whole body. I used to have a tramp stamp, but I had a tramp stamp, right? Because that was a thing. And then I got his name right above it. So in order to cover the name, I had to get this whole phoenix tattoo. It covers almost my entire back because I had to cleanse. But the phoenix means something to me, right? It's like you rise from the ashes, you know? So I got that done by my friend. But funny fact, by the way, did you know I love hitting you guys with funny facts. Did you know that a tramp stamp is the #1 tattoo that men remove from their body? I didn't even know tramp stamps were a thing for men. I thought that was a whole woman thing. That's why they call it a tramp stamp, right? But then as soon as I found that out, because I went to go get my tattoo removed, right? And they were like, we'll have it removed in about 2 years. I was like, 2 years? I can get the whole thing covered up in 4 hours. And it's going to be cheaper. So we'll just go that route instead. And so when they told me that that's the #1 tattoo they remove from men, I was like, So then the next weekend I'm at a friend's house and my guy friend and we were at the pool, right? And I'm looking at his back and he had gotten a tattoo removal because you can still see remnants of the tattoo. And I noticed I said, did you have a tramp stamp? Because that's what you could see a part of it. He goes, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Just a fun fact. Hey, Kathy. I didn't know that was a thing with guys. Okay, Brianna. You might have to remind me of that shit, bitch. Good morning, Angela. And apologetically me, girlfriend. See, you saw a car like his, Matthew. Hold on to that. Hold on to that. Oh, man. That was hilarious. Oh, we have to have fun on these things, right? I'm going to answer your DM today, Nikki, my dear. Divine Valley, why are you deleting SP's number? For what? For what? Why are you? There we go, shock. You will be successful. Ooh, don't mess with Lisa. Don't mess with Lisa, because Lisa was a detective. Don't mess with Lisa. And be careful. You're amazed at what people have access to about your life. Like realtors. I had no idea until my friend, who's a realtor, he goes, hey, did you get my Christmas card? Like, it's a business client of mine, okay? He goes, hey, did you get my business card? I'm like, or my Christmas card. I'm like, your Christmas card? I'm like, did you send it to my email? He's like, no, I mailed it to you. I'm like, exactly how do you have my address? He's like, my system. I can look it up. I was like, I was like, and he's in a whole nother state. So, just letting you know, people have access to information. Want to know where your SP lives? Just ask a realtor. There's small movements, but not with him seeing me. I'm affirming he's constantly spending time with me. Okay, John A.K. Ramirez. Hey, Sarah, bestie. Where are you currently at with your SP? Okay, do you guys talk a lot? Right? If you're not talking a lot, then add that in the beginning, right? That he's always calling and texting you, and he's constantly spending time with you. Okay, but don't react to the small movements. Use small movements to further that assumption, to keep that as motivation for you to keep going. Okay, that's what we want to do. For karma. I'm stuck 18 months. I've been trying to manifest. I've enrolled in the Manifest for Me. I need a plan. For karma, if you got the Manifest for Me, have we spoken yet? Obviously your name's not For Karma. But have we spoken yet? Because if we have not, then we need to talk. Okay, so if you can message Kamal, Mystical Willow, in the WhatsApp community, if you can message her, she'll put you on my calendar, okay? Because we need to talk, because typically you're given the plan on the call with me, okay? So let's do that. I know, Marcel. I know, Marcia. Don't judge me, bitch. I'm just kidding. I had it like this big on my back. Then I had it here. Then I had it here. Wild things we do, wild, right? But my guy friend, he loves to make fun of me for it, but I'm always gonna one up, right? And he's always like, who gets a guy's name on their body 3 times? I said, at least it was the same guy. And I was actually dating him at the time. My friend, on the other hand, who likes to talk the shit, I said, you have names on your body that you got after you broke up. Who does that? And it's not even the same name. You got a couple different names on your body and you're gonna talk about me? At least mine are covered up. He got a whole bleeding heart here with her name when he was like, well, we're in our 40s now. He was like 18 when he got that. It's still there. It's still there. And they broke up after that. They broke up before he got the tattoo. I was like, don't judge me. Hey, Diamond Girlfriend. Okay, glitter sparkles. Singing, I'm going to get you, Harry on the way home. Car next time at Porsche, just like his. The tramp stamp, that's right. I bought my friends when we were younger a tramp stamp, or I paid for tattoos for us, but I gave her a budget. I was like, because we were like 18 at the time, or like 16. Yeah, we were 18. Something like, no, I think we were 16 actually. And whatever, we were young. And I gave her a budget of like $100. Well, $100 is not a lot of money for a tattoo, right? So she got a star as a tramp stamp. And when it was done, we laughed because it looks just like the Carl's Jr. star. It looks just like the Carl's Jr. star. You guys call it, what do you guys call it? Oh, we're different here in California. We call it Carl's Jr. In other states, I think it's called Hardee's. The fast food place. Yeah, with the stamp, it looks just like it. It looks just like the star. 2 months into it, ran into SP, 8 years, no contact. What can I do? Well, S, did you talk to your SP? Did you talk to your SP when you ran into him? If not, then let's start affirming for contact, okay? Let's start affirming for contact and take it from there, right? You need to manifest in steps. So if you've had 8 years of no contact, you can do the photo method that we do here every day. We'll do it in about an hour. You can do that. And you can affirm that, like, you're all he ever thinks about. Like, you're literally all he ever thinks about. He's always calling and texting me. I keep telling you guys, you need to have movement in your affirmations. What part of that is unclear? What part of that is unclear? Because I see several affirmations where you'll have like 8 of them, and not one of them contains any movement involved. Okay. So like when you guys jump on a call with me, right? Like when we work one-on-one together, you guys know when we recreate your SPs together, there's nothing but movement involved. Every freaking one, every freaking thing that we do together contains movement. You guys know this if you've been on a call with me, right? Is every day they're doing something, or they're always doing something, right? And it's like the entire description is that. And so because of that, it speeds things up because you start to see movement. You start to see massive movement because everything is about movement. Okay? And that's what you need to remember. Okay? Hey, you know what? There's a lady in the tramp. Oh, that's the guy. I wonder why they call it tramp stamp then. Yes, remind me, girlfriend. Okay. Can you prima donna push your thing up? Because I told you a million times, I deleted an email address. A lot of contact names got deleted. I can't even find certain people that I talk to all the time. I can't even find them anymore. I have to message my social media and be like, what the hell's your phone number? Because I can't find them anymore. Like people I know. Because for some reason it was set to my work, my old partnership default email address. And I don't know why. I don't know why. Okay, let's see. Yes. Hey, Crimson Girlfriend. Okay, how can you manifest NESP? Can you manifest multiple things or people at the same time? Yes, you can nest. There's nothing bad about manifesting multiple things at the same time. Not at all. There's people that are manifesting multiple people at the same time. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not bad. It's not bad. But really, if you wanted to, okay, so if you wanted to manifest multiple people at the same time, then if you have the people in mind, then you would have to describe them in a way that you want them to be for you, right? So therefore, when you're affirming, you would have one set of affirmations, like it'll be like he, instead of a person's name, it'll be like he, and based on your descriptions of each of your SPs, they will start to conform all at the same time, if you have good descriptions of them. Okay, this is why a lot of people will be manifesting a specific SP. Oh, I got it, girl. They'll be manifesting a specific SP, but then it doesn't, but then another one starts to conform before their actual SP does. That's because the way you view them or the things that you know about them are very different, and you don't have to necessarily view them in a romantic way. Okay, you can literally just be like, let's say you're manifesting for your SP, but a friend starts to conform. But that's just a friend of yours. That's okay. The reason why he's conforming is because you think you believe he's a good person, right? You know this about him. You know certain things about him. So therefore, he starts to conform to your affirmations. So if you take that and pop those descriptions into each one of your SPs, then yes. And on top, as to multiple things at the same time, you should manifest multiple things at the same time. Okay, because whatever you're affirming for still distracts your mind, right? So if you're like, okay, I'm going to affirm for money, we'll say, well, it doesn't mean that, oh, well, it's going to stall SP. No, that's not true. Because if you're affirming for money, you're not thinking negatively about SP at the same time. Okay, so it's still beneficial. But this is why I tell everybody that they need to check their thoughts throughout the day. So even though you may not technically be affirming, like actively affirming for money, but you go to pay your bills and all of a sudden you're like, eee, damn. Or you go to check your bank account. Thanks, Georgie girl. Or you go to check your bank account and it's on the low side, right? If you find your thoughts about money drift into the negative, to the lack, then you have to flip those thoughts and be like, no, I'm rich as fuck. Like I always have plenty of money. Okay. So therefore you're flipping that thought as well, because even though you're mainly focused on SP, if the thought of money comes up and it's from lack, well, that's keeping it right there, right? So this is why you're struggling with money still. So it's like, no, I'm going to flip that around. I'm going to flip that around. I'm going to flip that around. Okay. And so, same with health, like you're flipping your thoughts about money, but then all of a sudden you think about your health, or you think about your weight, or you think about, your body in a negative way. You need to flip that, right? Because therefore you're manifesting multiple things at the same time, And you'll start to, because it's exciting when, even though you're mainly focused on SP, other things start to manifest too, because you may not have as much resistance to other things than you do, we'll say, SP, right? So all of a sudden now other things are starting to manifest too. Okay, so therefore it's like, wow, this is great because it distracts you, right? And also motivates you. So it's like, okay, if I can manifest this, then I can manifest my SP. Okay, if I can manifest this, then I can manifest my SP. See what I'm saying? So it motivates you to be like, well, this is no different than this actually. Okay, so I can have my cake in a sense and eat it too. Divine Valley. Bitch, you better knock it off, okay? I understand you're tired, that he keeps showing you that he doesn't give a fuck about you. You want to know why? You care to know why? Because that's what you're telling yourself. That's the version of him that you're selecting. Asshole version. Man that doesn't give a shit about you. And I don't care if he implies that too, okay, bitch? He can literally imply that. He can literally tell you that. But if you're going to take that and run with it and be like, see, Oh, look, here he goes, showing me he doesn't give a fuck about me. Oh, look at him showing me he doesn't give a fuck about me. And you do that over and over and over again. He has to conform to that version of him. He has to continue to conform to that version of himself because you keep telling yourself that. You keep assigning doesn't give a shit about me to everything that he's doing or not doing. You can't do that. Okay, I posted yesterday about I posted in my stories yesterday about a woman who watched my lives, and she said that everything for her and her SP, everything changed when she started describing him differently. So bitch, describe him differently. And of course did what I suggested, not live in the fucking end and manifest in steps. Okay, so when she started manifesting in steps and only viewing her SP as loving and committed, he started conforming. That's how you need to view your SP. Because then guess what? Then you won't fucking be tired. Because all of a sudden you're seeing a different side of him. You're seeing him do things differently. So what's there to be tired about? Now you're excited. Now you're over the moon because he's conforming to that. He's showing you every day how much he cares about you. Every day he shows me how much he cares about me. Affirm that. And reaffirm that, and reaffirm that, and reaffirm that. See that side of him. View that version of your SP who loves you, who's committed to you, who will do anything to make you happy, who is just is constantly talking about your future together, who will do anything to show you how much he cares about you. See that version of him instead. Go ahead. Like a new jacket, Divine Valley. Thanks, I'm Kitty Girl. Like a new jacket, Divine Valley, go ahead and try that one on. Try that shit on. Try that version of your SP. And come back and report that he's changing. Okay? But you need to persist. So even if, and somebody asked me what persist meant today, so I'll elaborate for all of you what persist means. Okay? Allow me to give an example to Divine Valley. Persisting means no matter what version shows up today, that you continuously only select perfect boyfriend. So then let's say today he's really sweet, really nice, and shows you that he cares about you. Then tomorrow he's an asshole. Nope, he's the perfect boyfriend. He is the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. He's absolutely the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. You must persist in that version of your SP, no matter what version shows up. When you persist in that version, you care to guess what happens? You get more of that version. The other version stops existing anymore. But this is where the discipline comes in. This is where the don't react comes in. Because why? For what? For what would you like for him to? Why would you choose the version of him that doesn't give a shit about you? That doesn't make any fucking sense. And of course, you're right to feel how you're feeling, but that bitch, that's all you. So, right now, you're going to select a different version. You got me. See what flash? I know. Realtors know, they know all kinds of shit about you. If you're dating a realtor, don't even worry. He knows where you live already. If your husband's a realtor. You don't need to delete his number, Divine Valley. That's retarded. Why would you do that? Why would you do that when you can turn it around instead? Don't fold, bitch. We don't fold around here. We don't quit. We persist in what we want. We get what we want. We get the version of our SP that we want. Period. We don't settle. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Oh, Kevin. Oh, yeah, you just messaged me yesterday. Okay, can you? Okay, cool. Kamal, she's on it. She's on it. All right, we'll put you on my calendar this week, okay? I like the AI summary. The AI summary says, debating the meaning of a tattoo and discussing removing one. Hey, KB Fine's girlfriend. Over SPs once a week, and now it's only, I had to filter through until I see the rest. A during the day thing, if I ask first, thanks, Nicole girlfriend. Thanks, Kimmy Fines girl. If I ask first, someone staying overnight while we are seeing each. Oh yeah, did you guys do your? Hey, Elena, my witchy bestie. I love that. Oh man. Oh, that's a good ass idea. Organically Zen Skincare. Damn. I should have leveraged the pandemic to get a bunch of ink. That's a smart idea. I mean, not like we can go back in time now. I'll never forget when the pandemic first happened. And I picked up my nephew from school. I have a nonchalant, like nothing is serious attitude to me, okay? And so I go to pick my nephew up from school and we're going in the grocery store, right? And we're just going to get ice cream. And so here we are standing in this long ass fucking line with a thing of ice cream. And I'm looking around at everyone's shopping carts, which are full of crap, right? Things that made no sense, right? Like people were eating sardines, okay? And it was just full of crap. And I was like, I'm looking at everybody's cart and I was like, Jaden, are we missing something here? What is going on? Why does everybody have so many groceries? Then you go back to the store. Remember when all the aisles were completely bare and we were quarantined? And my parents they see me on the maps and they're like, what part of quarantine don't you understand? I said, I don't understand the whole thing. I don't understand the whole thing. So you know where my ass was every day? Target or Walmart. The only place is open, right? And then I had to go, remember when you had to go, like when you get nails done, right? You had to go like black market style. We had to go, like, my nail lady, we'd go like, I'd have to like sneak in the back door and she'd have all the drapes shut. And I laughed because I said, man, everyone's going to come out this pandemic looking rough. Like no haircuts, no nails. And how is that not an essential business, but a smoke shop is an essential business? Please let that make sense. In my opinion, nails, absolutely an essential business. I totally got off track. Oh, so we are going to talk about I went to all the things. I went to all the things during the pandemic. I was like, I'm going everywhere. Where are we going? But you know what? I feel like I was ready for this moment my whole life. I was like, look at all this money we're saving. Cocktails at home. No bars. And then I was like, when there was that toilet paper outage, I was like, not me. I had loads of toilet paper. Why? Because Costco, baby. Who the hell waits till you're down to one roll to get toilet paper? No, we'd always get it. So we had so much toilet paper, paper towels, the whole thing. So I was like, look at all these suckers. Can't get toilet paper. What are they wiping with? But not me. I should have slanged that. $100 per roll. Those are funny times. Those were funny times. I did because my parents kept harassing me for it. And then I went to LA a lot for conferences. And so LA County wouldn't let you go into the restaurants if you were not vaccinated. Like you actually had to show your vaccination card. And so I was like, okay. So I had to go get them because my parents are a little bit older. But what I think is hilarious is that we went the entire pandemic, no COVID, until after we got the shots. We all got COVID. Yeah, that's my parents. They were like, you need to do it. You need to take this serious. I was like, for what? You don't even know what's in that shit. So yeah, then we went to Vegas, came back with COVID. Probably got the whole plane full of COVID too, because we started coughing and everything. Like we couldn't stop coughing on the plane. I'm like, thank God it's a 45-minute flight. And I'm telling you, I firmly believe that everyone that had COVID during the pandemic, like when it was the height of the pandemic, I firmly believe that everyone who got COVID there manifested it. Hey, Gish girl. And I don't mean like intentionally manifested getting COVID, but they at some point thought they would get it. Therefore, they did. That's my firm belief. I don't get the flu shot. I never get the flu shot, ever. They try every year, and I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm solid. And I never get sick. Maybe like once every like 2 decades, I'll get the flu. That's it. I never get sick. Okay, I'm digressing. Okay, let's talk. Me too, Gish girl. Although you're gonna have to let me know your Gish on the call, because usually I don't know. And then that's how I save your contact, with your name and Gish. Exactly. Brandy, I never got COVID during the height of the pandemic, because like my mom would go out, my mom would panic every time I would go out, because I was literally out every fucking day, like every day. Any place that was an essential business, oh, I was there. Hey, Jackie. And she would get so mad. I was like, for what? I was like, I'm not going to get COVID. Like, nope. Therefore, I never did. So, and it's not even confirmed I had COVID ever. I just had a cough and wasn't feeling well after I came home from Vegas, but that could just be Vegas, right? Because I think we took the test after that and I came back negative. I don't know. I've never got it. I'm healthy. I never get sick. That's why I laugh when these coaches will say you shouldn't use the word never. What word never? Because I always say I never get sick and I never get sick, right? Like, don't use negative words. I know it's a virus. You know what? And you know what's funny about the pandemic? How they were letting you know the precautions they're taking to ensure that eateries were safe. And I was like, so you're wiping down tables and you're doing your job. You're actually being clean establishment. You're wiping down tables and menus and stuff. Oh, that's good. They weren't actually doing anything like of value. They were like, this is what we're doing. We're sanitizing everything. I'm like, what the fuck were you doing before the pandemic? Huh? What were you doing before the pandemic? Now you can't even go around and sneeze in public because they forget the common cold's a thing. And you can't even sneeze or cough in public. People are like, relax. You know, the cold existed well before COVID was a thing. But they did arrest some girl that literally went there and coughed on everything in the produce section. She went and coughed on all the produce. They arrested her ass for that. I was like, what's the charge exactly? Spreading germs. So anyway, let's talk about patterns, guys, okay? Because I need you guys to understand that this is why we do what we do here, is we evolve as people so we have better relationships, right? Because your entire life operates off of patterns and processes, okay? And the reason for the pattern is, like, everything that you do is a pattern. In every area of your life, patterns are created. The only reason why patterns are created is because of one time. Okay, one thing happened. They said something, they did something, or they didn't do something, and then boom, the pattern starts. Okay, because the next time, so let's say that they made plans to take you out for dinner, right? They're like, yeah, let's go to dinner tonight, babe. And you're like, okay, great. And then all of a sudden, something with work comes up. Let's get a crazy court. Click the link in my bio. I don't know which direction it is. It's somewhere around here. Click the link in my bio. Crazy Court, I would love to help you. So they do something one time, right? So all of a sudden something happens with work, or they're tired. They're like, I'm just tired, or something for work came up. And well, Crazy Court, that's why a lot of people come to me. So we get them conforming quickly. And so something from work came up. I got to cancel tonight. So now you're in your thoughts about it. So the next time they say, hey, let's go to dinner tonight. What do? You think about, doesn't matter the 15,000 other dates they kept. We revert back to the last one that they canceled on, right? Before that, They kept all their commitments to you. Now all of a sudden they canceled one time. So when they make another plan, you revert back. You don't recall every other time they kept the commitment. You revert back to the one time they did not, the last time. And so now you're all in your thoughts again about it. Like, is he actually going to show up? Because last time we were supposed to have dinner, something came up and he canceled. So now you're creating the assumption that he doesn't follow through on his commitments with you. So then the next time what happens? He cancels again. Something came up. Right? Oh, something always comes up, right? Now this is now your train of thought now, because he's done it twice now. So now you're like, oh, something always comes up. Like he's just so busy with work, he doesn't even have time for me anymore. Sound familiar? So now the next time he makes plans, it's a pattern because it happened one time, and then the next time they go to do something, you revert back to the last time that they didn't do it, and then he does that thing again, because that's where you've shifted your focus to. So now he does that again. So then the next time you revert back to the last two times now. And so he does it again, and then again and again and again. He used work one time as a reason, because maybe that was legit. God forbid. And he used that one time. And so because of that, now you're changing your assumptions about him. And now all of a sudden, he's too busy for you. All of a sudden, it's work, 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 because you've blamed the job. That's right, girl, because he's taking you this weekend, Adrian. Why wouldn't he? You're his top priority. You're his only priority. Hey, married girlfriend. Okay. So this is what happens. Same with phone calls. Same with you guys talking all the time. Hey, Janelle, girlfriend. Okay, same with you guys talking all the time, okay? Like, let's say that you're talking you go from constantly talking every single day. You would talk all day long, right? Then all of a sudden, you don't hear from him for a lot of you, it's 10 fucking minutes. But let's say you don't hear from him for a day. Well, the whole day, you did nothing. Every hour that went by that you didn't talk to him, you were like, where's he at? See, just got a message from, this is why I don't understand. I just got a message from the guy who's been left on delivered in my text for months now. He's been left on delivered for months. I have not read his stuff because I don't care to read his stuff. He just sent me another message. He's been talking to himself in my DMs for months. For months. In my text for months. I think it's hilarious that he just keeps messaging. so exactly. I'm like, okay, every once in a while I'll clear it and still don't respond. And here he goes again. But anyway, so he goes a day without, you talk all the time. He goes a day he goes a day without talking to you. But the reason why he went a day without talking to you is because every hour that went by that you didn't speak, you were like, why hasn't he talked to me? Yeah, why hasn't he texted me? Why hasn't he called me? Why hasn't he texted me? Why hasn't he called me? Why hasn't he texted me? When's he going to text me? Why hasn't he called 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 me? You did that all day long. So now it turns into a day. Now, you've passed the day. You woke up, now you're like checking your phone. Why hasn't he called me yet? It's been a day. Why hasn't he called me yet? Now the day turns into 2. And then 3, then 7, then 2 weeks. Now we got a month, and so forth. Because your thoughts about why he hasn't contacted you, he's not contacting me, extends the timeline. So instead of it being, a couple hours, he could have very much have texted you. But you were like, why is he contacting me? So now he can't contact you. So now you've extended your own timeline. Everything you're doing is to yourself. You're doing is to yourself. You want to talk to him so bad, but you keep focusing on the fact that he hasn't contacted you, that he's not talking to you. So therefore, he literally can't. He literally can't contact you. So you're creating the time gap, okay? And then now let's say SP comes back. And if you ever on a call with me, I always tell you this, we have to break patterns. Okay, you have to break patterns because it's really easy for you to revert back to previous relationship with SP and all the issues you had. So let's say now he comes back. He's contacting you every single day. He's contacting you every single day. You're constantly talking. Then you don't hear from him for a couple hours. So what do? You revert back to the last time this happened in your relationship. Old story. And create that same shit all over again. Because everything you're tying back to past experience with him, past pattern. Now we have to break the pattern. This is where persisting comes into play, where you only from this point forward, when your SP comes back, hey man, girlfriend, thank you. When your SP comes back, we cannot revert back to old patterns because all you're going to do is recreate them over and over and over again. Right? I had a coaching call yesterday with somebody who had gone back together with their SP like 3 or 4 times. Yeah. Because all you're doing is reverting back to old patterns when they come back. So then they leave again. It ends the same way again. Then they come back. Now you're reverting back to the past 2 times. So it's even worse now. Now you're reverting back to the past 2 times they come back. Right? And now you have another pattern again. And again, and again, and again. Okay? And so then it ends the same way. We can't do that anymore. This time it's like when they come back, no bitch, you're here to stay. You ain't going to damn place. It's like misery without the handcuffs. You know what I'm saying? They're staying at their own volition because now we've evolved. So now, no. We're talking all day long. Sounds good, Gish. We're talking all day long. Great. I don't hear from him for a couple hours. Nope. He's always calling and texting me. In fact, he's texting me right now. He's always calling and texting me. He's texting me right now. Instead of, why hasn't he called me? Why hasn't he talked to me? Why isn't he talking to me? Why isn't he talking to me? Oh my God, he's pulling back like last time. No. Now, this time, we push forward. We persist because when you persist, that 2 hours stops at 2 hours. Instead of extending for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and him leaving again. We can't do that. Okay? This is where we evolve. This is where we do things differently. We can't fucking react. I love that you guys are listening to me when I say that. For what? Right? Somebody said that today. They're like, I like when you say that because you're like, for what? Yes, I learned to not react anymore. For what? The 3D will try to trigger you, guys. Okay? If you let it. But did you see my post today where I said how you should be responding to the 3D, right? And by the way, those were real tears on a picture I took, okay? But this is how you should be responding to the 3D. If it shows you something you don't want to fucking hear, I don't fucking think so. Because the 3D will try to figure you. That's right, baby. The 3D will try to trigger you. People in the 3D will try to trigger you. I don't fucking think so. Try. But you failed. You will not succeed. You will not succeed. Taylor, the tears were not fake. Although I can see where some people might think that because they think like, well, who the fuck posts a picture of them crying? Like, who takes a picture of them crying? Right? But this was, I think, on a day that I was, because, I mean, I tell you guys that I literally care about you. Don't know what you're used to, but I actually do give a shit about you, okay? And so when I see some of you guys just standing in your own ways, or you cry to me, would you think I'm like immune? I don't have feelings? I do have feelings. And so, yes, but I also have a brand. So I took the picture when I was actually legitimately crying. I was like, but it served a purpose, okay? It really served a purpose. But that's how you should react to the 3D. Because trust me, I had something yesterday happen. I could have reacted. You guys would have lost your shit. Let me tell you, a lot of you guys, hey soul, a lot of you guys would have lost your shit if you saw what I saw. But I don't react. I don't react. Because we don't verbalize, we internalize. Came up with that shit yesterday. We don't verbalize, we internalize. So, because yeah, I could have super gotten triggered, but I didn't. So I decided to make that video. Bye. Try again next time. I don't think so. So there's that part. You know what I'm saying? So, because they will, and you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. You know, there's that saying way, haters will hate. Cool. We'll do it somewhere else because I don't have time for it and I don't give a shit. Now, because I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I mean, I'm as close to perfect as possible. I'm as close to perfect as possible. But initially, I wouldn't say I reacted, but I was having like not a good day yesterday, to be quite frank. I had my parent-daughter meeting, although I will tell you, it went good. It went really good, actually. I was very proud of ourselves. But I was not having a good day, good evening last night, and then this thing tried to trigger me. And so, at first, I was like, what the fuck is this? Right? And I felt some type of way because feelings are real, right? Emotions are real. And at first I felt some type of way, but then I was like, no. I will not. And this is what you guys need to tell yourself. I will not let the 3D win. Never. Unless it shows me what I want. Thanks, girlfriend. Unless it shows me what I want to see, I will not let the 3D win. So, no. Did I process for a second? Yeah, of course I processed for a second. And then what did I do? Affirmed. Affirmed. Did I have to seek confirmation? No. Was it given to me? Yes. So that's what you guys need to do. When you guys have that problem, tell yourself that, like, if you find yourself getting triggered or going to react, be like, no. Fuck the 3D. I will not let you win. I will not let you win. Affirm. Because that is growth for you. And that is saying, fuck the 3D. We're going to put that on a t-shirt, actually. Write that down, mods. Write that down, come on. Fuck the 3D. And internalize. And don't verbalize, internalize. Yes, because that's where the true growth happens, guys, okay? That's where the truth growth happens. If you cannot stop being triggered and reacting to the 3D over some stupid shit now, what's the game plan for you later, right? So instead it's like, okay, oh, you're trying to trigger me right now. Got it. Fuck you. I don't think so. That's how you do it. Now it's okay, because remember I told you it's about leveraging the delay in manifestation, okay? It's about leveraging the delay. And you say, okay, there's a delay and I have to leverage that. So it's okay if I reacted for a second, but fuck you. I'm going to pull my big girl panties up now, or big boy panties up, and I'm going to freaking internalize, and I'm going to affirm right through it, because I will not let them win at all. Because this is my reality. This is my life. And if I continue to get triggered and I continue to react, then I'm only hurting one person, and that's me. It's not anybody else you're hurting. You're hurting you by reacting to everything, by getting triggered. The only person affected by that is you, not anybody else. So that's where you guys need to remember that and be like, I'm about to react. Oh, this is about to trigger me. Let me give myself a minute, and then I'm going to say, fuck the 3D, and then I'm going to internalize, and I'm going to affirm. Because I won't let them win anymore. Okay? So that's what you need to do over and over and over again, and get good at it. Okay? Learning to shut the hell up. Because For what do you need to freaking react for all the time? Internalize, Haley, I mean internalize. If we don't verbalize, we internalize. So you don't need to verbalize anything to your SP, okay? You don't need to verbalize shit to your SP. You don't need to tell him how you feel about things. You don't need to tell him what he needs to change. You don't need to tell him what your feelings about everything. You get him to understand where you're coming from. You don't need to do any of that. You don't need to plead your case. You don't need to argue with him. You don't need to do any of that shit. For what? So we internalize. So instead of verbalizing things, because every time you verbalize, it's a command. But if you internalize here and focus on what you want, then it becomes their idea. It's no longer a command. No one likes to be told what to do. Even children don't like to be told what to do, okay? So when they're told what to do, they pull back. Just like you don't like being told what to do. Your SP is no different, okay? It's human nature. No one likes that. So instead, when you internalize it and they do it, it's now their idea. So there's no force there, right? Because when you verbalize, that is force in the 3D. When you internalize, you are not forcing the 3D, okay? And that's where things work wonderful. I have been going hard on self-concept and strict on to die for recipe. Good, Garrett, good. Keep it up, because if you will persist, they must conform. They don't have a choice. They don't have a choice if you'll persist and persist and persist and persist over and over and over again. Oh, Clarissa, it only takes one person to save a marriage. It does not take two. Okay, it only takes one. This is why marriage counseling doesn't work. Because all marriage counselors try to tell you to do is to verbalize. All they want you to do is force the 3D. Okay? They keep you an old story and forcing the 3D. So they want you to keep talking about your problems. Thanks, Jolene, girl. Keep talking about your problems. Go ahead. Let it out. Express yourself to each other. Right? And then when you go home, I want you guys, every time there's a problem, I want you guys to talk about it. Well, how's that working out? This is why couples will go to marriage counseling for like 4 years and then end up in divorce. Right? Because all they did was live an old story and freaking verbalize everything. So what you want to do if you're married, how do you get them closer, is by seeing your husband as the person you fell in love with. Go back to your wedding day, okay? Because that's like, in marriage, that's like the most special day for you. That's the happiest day of your life, right? So go back to your wedding day and remember who he was that caused you to say, I do, okay? Why you didn't run from the altar. Okay, and why you chose to commit to him that day and get married. Who was he as your SP? Describe him. Describe him as the perfect husband. Maybe you go to your honeymoon. The perfect husband. Everything about him that you fell in love with. The reason you chose to marry this man. Okay, and go in whole story mode. Write it down. Write it down. Describe him that way. And only see him as the perfect husband. For you. Okay, if you'll see him as the perfect husband for you, he will change. He will change. The only reason why he grows distant is because every time you have an argument in your relationship, your version of your SP changes because you're selecting a different version of your SP. Okay, there should never be an argument. There should only be a dispute, difference of opinion, and then that's where you learn to shut the fuck up and say, okay, I understand. And then, if you have to, walk away, cuss his ass out to yourself for 30 seconds, and then pick yourself up and be like, he's the perfect husband. He's the perfect husband. We have the best marriage. He's the perfect husband. We have the best marriage. Okay? If you'll select perfect husband, best marriage, and assign that meaning to everything that they do or don't do for you, you will see the turnaround. You will see him all of a sudden conforming to your perfect husband, the guy that you married on your wedding day. All of a sudden, that version of your SP is here. Okay, because the problem is every time you argue, from before you found me, of course, every time you argued with your SP, you would continue the argument here. Then you'd call your besties and you'd verbalize your opinion about your SP to them, right? He's such an asshole. I can't believe he said that shit. Well, he is so disrespectful, like blah, 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 blah. And now you've chosen that version of your SP. So then the next time you argue, guess what? The same thing happens again. You start choosing, you're constantly selecting a different version of your SP. And over time, what was a great marriage starts to get on the decline. You start to notice a shift. And the reason is because you keep selecting the version of your SP, of your husband, that you don't want. Okay? So, and then you're like frustrated because you're like, now he's distant. Because that's how you're describing him, as being distant. Thanks, soul girlfriend. Okay, so if you would change that now, because I love this, Clarissa, because I love bringing two married people back together, and I love bringing SPs back together, but you know what? I love to heal a marriage, okay? I think that's great because you're ahead of the game because you can get started now. Right? And bring that and just do things differently. You have to evolve. You have to be a better wife. Okay? And the way you do that, I'm not saying you're not a good wife, but you have to see yourself as the perfect wife because guess what? He will see you as the perfect wife. Okay? He'll see you that way. And then you have to describe him as the man that you want him to be for you. And no matter what version of him shows up at that dinner table today, nope, perfect husband. He's the perfect husband. We have the best marriage. He's the perfect husband. We have the best marriage. And you will see the turnaround very quickly. Very, very quickly. Okay? Where you wake up tomorrow and he's a whole nother person. He's a whole nother person. Okay? So I suggest you read the description of your SP. You can put on your phone for, privacy matters. But I would suggest you read that version morning and night. Throughout the day, see him only as perfect husband. Assign that meaning to everything. And you will see him be the perfect husband for you. Where you will notice, like tomorrow, he'll wake up a whole nother person. And really, you will start seeing, man, he's just like the guy that I married on our wedding day. Of course he is, because that's the version you've selected now. And then to keep that version, okay? To keep that version, because you may get bits and pieces of old version and new version, old version and new version, okay? And this is where hot and cold behavior comes into play. But the more you will persist through the cold behavior, through the old version, and persist in the new version, perfect husband, you'll get the full turnaround. Then all of a sudden it goes from hot and cold to hot and steamy. Okay? And keep us updated, girl, when your husband conforms. Because that's the fun part. That's the fun part. Boondolita. That's a sign, girl. And you know what? It's actually 111 for a while. Because right now it's 11:18 where we live, but that's 111. You get that for a solid 9 minutes. Sorry, Boondolito, what exactly do you mean by, can I make some example scenarios? Examples, I'd be happy to, but example scenarios of what? And then I will make them for you. Okay, so just drop a comment. Circumstances don't matter. Does that include potential legal impediments to contact on my side? Yes, circumstances don't matter. First of all, the fact that you're saying potential implies that you don't have them yet. So let's just not acknowledge them. Okay, what legal problems? What legal impediments? No, it's all been taken care of. I don't have any legal impediments. Okay, tell yourself that. Because if it's a potential, that means it hasn't happened yet. So I certainly would not breathe life into that, because if you breathe life into that and focus your attention on that, then it's going to happen. Versus saying, no, I don't have any, actually. Or you can say it's all been taken care of. It's completely gone away. And it will. Yes, because circumstances don't matter regardless of what it is. Regardless of what it is. Okay, I've made 4, not my own, guys, not my own. I've made 4 legal cases resolve themselves. 2 of them I made completely go away, non-existing. Okay, and then the other 2 were mine, but they all worked out in my favor. Okay, I got exactly what I wanted. So, and defied all odds. I defied all odds. Okay, but that's because when I stick my mind to something, you cannot convince me otherwise. If I want to leave my doors unlocked, you can give me 25,000 reasons why I shouldn't. I'm still not going to lock my doors because you said so. Yeah, but that's just my personality. Okay, and so I suggest that be all of your personalities too. To be quite honest, you need to be that spoiled ass bitch. That where I don't understand. This is what I'm having. I don't know who on the internet. I don't know what creator on the internet is giving negative meaning to an ego. Because I've heard that a lot, where you guys are viewing your ego as an issue. Who the hell is teaching that shit? That's stupid. I think that you should have a great ego. I think egos are great. Why wouldn't you want a good ego? Now, there's a difference between a healthy ego and an unhealthy ego, okay? An unhealthy ego, let me explain an ego. An unhealthy ego means that, like, you walk around town like you're the baddest bitch and everybody else ain't shit, right? You're like, I don't have time for you because I'm the baddest bitch. Like, bye, bitch. That's an unhealthy ego, okay? A lot of these creators have unhealthy egos, okay? Where it's like, I'll come on here and then I'll make video content and then I will never, ever talk to you unless you pay me a shit ton of money. And even then, you're probably just going to get an email coaching from me. That's an unhealthy ego, right? Where they've put themselves above their followers, okay? Where it's like, I'm the baddest bitch and my followers ain't shit. Sammy Ingram has an unhealthy ego, right? She has a very unhealthy ego where she preys on desperation of people wanting their SPs back, and she thinks that shit is dope because people are, as long as you're putting money in her pocket, she doesn't give a shit about you. That's an unhealthy ego. A healthy ego is believing you're the baddest bitch, and you know what? Queen energy, we can rise together. That's a healthy ego. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having a healthy ego and being like, yeah, I get what I want and I get it when I want it, and so what? I'm not saying I get what I want and I hope everybody starves to death. Why I'm busy getting what I want? That's an unhealthy ego, right? But you should have a great ego. You should have a spoiled ass mentality. And I think it's okay to be selfish. Call it what it was. Call it what it is. I don't care. I don't care. Because if you don't take care of yourself, how on earth can you take care of everybody else? How can you take care of everybody else? If you're broke. You can't help them, can you? No. You can't help do good work in the world if you're broke, can you? No. You know, and so, and on top of that, like, how are you going to be a change maker and be there for your family if have failing health issues that you're not resolving? Okay, so I don't think there's anything wrong with being selfish, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I don't care. But I absolutely think that you should have a healthy ego. And ego is not a bad thing. Stop giving that a bad thing. Stop looking at it like, and this is where I don't understand, where people are like, my ego's getting in the way. What are you talking about? How does your ego get in the way of shit? Thanks, Shock. How does your ego get in the way of anything? Let's be frank. Like, your ego doesn't get in the way of anything. If anything, if you actually knew the definition of an ego, then your ego is helping in your manifestation. It's not hurting your manifestation. No, because a great ego is like I said, I get what I want and I get it when the fuck I want it. So Call it what you want. If that makes me, if that's not good, well, then I don't have to tell you. Then you might want to learn to get an ego and get a little bit of a backbone. Okay, because what do we look like being out here being people pleasers for everybody, making everybody else happy? For what? For what? I'm over that. I am so over that. I'm not going to do it anymore. I won't do it to anybody. You want me to sacrifice my happiness so you're good? So you feel good about yourself? So that you can sleep good at night? While I'm over here stressed out? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. I'm not about to do that shit ever in life. If that means that I don't talk to my family, then that's exactly what the fuck it means. I really don't care. I'm going to change my assumptions about them, but I have other things to worry about right now. It's really not on the top of the spectrum for me. I don't have anything to worry about, you know what I'm saying? But, because everything always goes my way. And I always get what I want. And I know I can change my assumptions about my family, which I will do. But I choose to focus on myself right now. And they're all going to have to deal with it. That's how I look at it. I don't really care. You have to put yourself first, okay? All this stuff that you're doing is for yourself. It's not for anybody fucking else but you. That's it. Because you deserve to be happy. You deserve to have everything that you want. You deserve to do anything that you want. You deserve to be completely limitless. You deserve to have, be, and do whatever you want. And anyone who tells you no, again, what do we say? Bye. If you don't like me, okay. And so, if you don't like me, chances are I probably don't like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to sacrifice myself or my happiness or my goals I don't like goals, or my manifestations or anything to appease anybody else. Sorry. I'm not going to do that because this is your reality. It's not theirs. They have their own reality. So if they want to go and limit themselves and they want to go and bitch, whine, moan, groan, and complain in their own realities about their lives, well, then that's what they're going to have to do. But in mine, I'm not going to allow for it. And I'm going to get what I want. I'm going to get it when I want it. And I don't have time for the bullshit. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't really like, there's only a couple manifestation people I follow. I'm not big fans of some of them. It depends on what you're manifesting. Okay. So there's this lady, I really like her style. She's a little bit more calm and collected, but she, I think she's called on YouTube Master Manifestors. I think that's what she's called. But she teaches money. She teaches her main thing is how to manifest money. But she teaches how to manifest money. But she puts herself in your shoes, we'll say, right? So she's not like this master bitch that claims she's a master at manifesting, because you got to be careful out there. Okay, you have to be careful out there, because in my opinion, being a master at manifesting means exactly that you can manifest whatever you want. Okay. And so because I have a friend who was promoting somebody who calls herself the Queen of Manifestation. Fucking rude. That's me, bitch. But she calls herself that, and he was promoting her stuff to his list, and I thought it was odd. And but he's an entrepreneur client of mine, and so we were talking on the phone. He's like, "Yeah, she's really struggling in her business," and I was like, "Well, I thought she was the Queen of Manifestation." She can't manifest in business success. But she teaches from a style that I don't agree with, okay? So I was like, okay, well, that's what you have to be careful of. Like, are you helping them manifest money? But Master Manifestors, I'm pretty sure that's what she's called on YouTube. I like her because she teaches the average normal person how to manifest money. So it's like, if you, and she's very simplistic. So if you need to manifest rent coming up, right? That's like her thing, is how to manifest, money on a time crunch, how to manifest little money here and there if you need rent or bills paid, things like that. Because she was in that position and got herself out of it. So now she teaches that, right? I will respect people that want to teach what they have done. I won't respect people who want to teach what they have not done. Because anyone can parrot fucking information online. That's stupid. So I think personally, be careful who you're listening to. Be careful who you're listening to, and just make sure that they have actually manifested what you're looking to manifest. If they have not successfully done that, well then, I don't have to tell you. Like I said, if you're looking at how to manifest your SP back, that is not the same as manifesting somebody whole ass new. So all these creators out here that are like, I manifested NSP, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Because we all have. Every one of your SPs is a manifestation. You know what I'm saying? Subconscious laws. It's lows or something. I'm not sure. I honestly could. Thanks, Lisa. I'm not sure. I don't honestly follow a lot of creators. I think I've listened to Dylan James before. He's the gay guy, right? I think so. I think I've listened to him before, but I don't think I follow him. I try not to. I try not to. Okay, yeah. So I've seen his stuff. I just think he's a little too more. I think he's just a little too more. I don't like the word advanced, but he uses too many higher caliber words for my liking, if you will. And I think he just gets too into the weeds, if you will, when it comes to certain things. I don't know who that is, Zach. I don't know who that is. But just be careful. Just be careful, right? If I were you, I would only follow maybe 2 or 3 manifestation coaches, but they should be able to pull receipts. I'm just saying. So if they can't pull receipts, well then, you might want to be careful, okay? Because it's not, oh yeah, well, the only reason why your FYP, your For You pages are full of manifestation coaches is because the second you clicked on manifest a specific person, like, my live, well now, what do you think you see on all your For You pages? Manifestation. Because that's their job, okay? That's their job, is that's the only thing that they teach. That's what they do, okay? Is they will literally that's the algorithm. Is they want to know your interests. They want to know your interests online. So the second you do that, oh yeah, you see all that shit. Which is why I purposely click on ads. I'll purposely click on certain ads, like the pelvic Pilates ads. I'll click on those on Instagram just because I want to keep seeing them. Because I'm getting into pelvic Pilates. You ladies should look that up. Yeah, invite your SPs over to my page. So it's just for you guys, it's just be careful, right? Everything is just be careful about consuming too much content, because where one person tells you one thing, another person tells you another. When one person tells you one thing, another person tells you another, right? Then you're like, who do you believe? They're saying this, but they're saying this. So you just have to ask yourself, does this logically make sense? I don't like coaches that tell you manifestation isn't logic. Okay, that's true. However, your subconscious mind absorbs everything about you. Your conscious, okay, so you have a subconscious mind and a conscious mind. The conscious mind is the thinker, the analyzer, the thinker. And then in between your subconscious and your conscious mind, it's called a critical factor, okay? The critical factor is what puts things, it goes into your conscious mind, right, when you're awake. It goes into your conscious mind when you're thinking of something. And then the critical factor, its only job is to accept or reject information. And then if it accepts it, it goes in your subconscious mind, okay? So if that's the case, then you have to justify manifestation with logic. Okay, because it has to make sense to you. So if you have to bring logic into manifestation because you need it to bypass the critical fucking factor that accepts or rejects information. So if you want to sit there and keep telling people that manifestation isn't logic, well, that's fine. Now it's rejecting everything that they're telling you, that you're learning because you believe it's not logical. But if you bring logic into it, then you're like, well, that makes sense. Boom, into the subconscious mind it goes. Okay? Now that's not the same as hypnosis or when you're listening to your affirmations at night, because your conscious mind is asleep, critical factor is lowered. Okay? So now everything goes into your subconscious mind, which is why some of these people, which is a stupid ass assumption to make, okay? I hate people that make stupid assumptions. They say, be careful watching TV while you fall asleep. Oh yeah. Because if that was the case, I'd be a serial killer by now. Let's be honest. Because I love watching that shit. Snapped. I love that shit. I watch all those, right? So you have to realize that. Because that's where you have to bring logic into it. Because so when you're in sleep hypnosis, right? When you're in hypnosis or when you're doing affirmations at night, you're in SATS. So your critical factor gets lowered and it automatically goes into your subconscious mind. Okay. So there's that part. So don't worry about watching shit at night because that doesn't even make any sense to me. Because I was like, okay, I don't think so. Right. So you have to go. Yeah, that's right. So you have to make sure and ask yourself, does this logically make sense to you, what they're telling you? If the answer to that is no, then you should probably click off their shit. Okay. Now, you asked, Jacques, do I believe in inspired action? If there are any actions that can ruin your manifestation? No. Well, yeah, forcing the 3D. Okay, if you negatively force the 3D, right, then that can set your manifestation. Nothing can ruin your manifestation unless you tell it that, but it just sets it back, right? It slides back a little bit. It's not like it's going to completely ruin it. The only reason why it slides back, keeps sliding back, and then ruins it is because you're not flipping the thing. You're just shoving it aside. Okay, but inspired action, yes, I call it aligned action. It's the same thing. But do I believe in taking inspired action? Yes. So like, let's say business success, right? You cannot sit there as an entrepreneur and be like, you know, my business is super successful. All my videos go viral and then not make videos. You know what I'm saying? Because that's fucking stupid. You know, or I have millions of followers, I have millions of subscribers. You can't say that and then not post content, okay? So, because last time I checked, no one has millions of subscribers and followers with no posts or videos, okay? So you would need to take inspired action when it comes to that. Also, what I started doing is I used to tell people this too, is I only wear makeup 2 days a week. It would be Tuesdays and Fridays. And the only reason that is because I created content on that day. And I have this group call that I have this group coaching call that I do for 900 entrepreneurs. Which, if you are an entrepreneur and you want to talk business success, I teach far more than manifestation when it comes to business success. Okay. So if you ever do book a call with me and want to discuss your business success, I give you affirmations to affirm for business success, but I give you traffic strategies that, well, kill the game. Okay, because I'm actually very good at it. I have a whole call. I do an entire call for it's almost at 1,000 entrepreneurs. That's all about traffic, clients, leads, and traffic. Okay, there's strategies I teach. So I'll give you those too as a little bonus. But then I was like, no, I want to start growing my follower base. I want to start growing my follower base. I want to start helping more people, right? And so because of that, while I'm affirming for business success, I'm like, well, let me take inspired action and get my ass up and, you know, put on clothes for the day and let me, you know, do my makeup, right? So even if I'm not making videos, I'm still taking the inspired action of a creator, if you will, right? So same when it comes to your SPs. Can you take inspired action without forcing the 3D? Yes. Depends on where you're at with your SP. So like what I did when I was in no contact with my SP, what I did is I cleaned out half my closet. I had lots of time, right? So I would clean out and I have a teenager, so lots of alone time. And so I would cleaned out half my closet, I cleaned out half my dressers, half my dresser drawers, and I cleaned out my garage, okay? Because I was affirming that he wants to live with me. Well, where's he gonna live? Because I got a gang of clothes, so where is he gonna, but somebody was very blessed with a gang of my clothes and a buttload of shoes, like a buttload of heels. So I did so that's inspired action. Plus I had his picture out on my dresser. I have the photo of our first date on a photo magnet. That's on my fridge. That stayed there from when we were originally dating. I never took it off. You know, I have a dried flower from the first, bouquet of flowers he ever bought me when we were first dating, the first time we were dating. And I have that with our picture in a frame on my dresser. I put that there, right? And I would give him a kiss, good morning and good night, every night and every morning, every day when we were in no contact. That's inspired action without forcing the 3D, right? So I would do that stuff. And then if you're in contact with your SP, you can take inspired action by, other inspired actions are posting on social media, especially if you know that they're watching your social media. You could literally have, this is what I did, is you can literally, when you go out, take pictures of you. You're looking hot, you're feeling yourself, take pictures of you. Put them on your social media because you know that they're watching. You know that they see your stuff, right? That's inspired action. You could also take, let's say you're at a bar with a homie. You could take your cocktails and you could do like the boomerang, the cheers thing. By the way, did you know you're supposed to put them together first and then pull them apart? I'll give you guys a boomerang tutorial. But you can do that, right? Or you can just take a picture of your two cocktails sitting there. Because it leads to the illusion of, same thing you guys would do. Let's say when you guys go on your SP's profile, how would you react in your thoughts if you saw that? The boomerang of two cocktail glasses together. Or even the picture of you and homies, food together with cocktails. How would you react if you saw that on your SP's profile? Who are they with? Are they on a date? Right? You could do things like that. That's inspired action. You're not forcing it 3D at all. That's your profile, right? It's your profile. You can do whatever you want on your profile. Okay? That's not forcing it 3D. That's inspired action. Other forms of inspired action, if you are in contact, would be talking to them, right? Some of you guys are so fucking stubborn, you'll be like, no, I'm not going to message him. He's going to message me first. Oh, well, if I told you to message him right now, do you know if he would respond? Yeah, I know he would respond, but I'm not doing it. What are you, 5? Are you 5? Like, that's fucking stupid. That's stupid. Okay? So no. And so taking inspired action, it's not a problem for you to sit there and if you're in contact with your SP or you know they'd respond, to send them a message like, hey, I hope you're having a good week, right? Hope you have a killer week, or hope your week was good. There's nothing wrong with that. That's inspired action, right? Different things like that. If you know that if you were to be like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? You want to spend the weekend together. If you know that they would say yes, then why won't you ask them, right? That's inspired action. You're not forcing the 3D, okay? Forcing the 3D would be you not being in contact and blowing their shit up. Or you contacting them, even if you're in contact, and confessing your undying love to them, and and how why don't you feel the same? That's forcing the 3D, right? Things like that is forcing the 3D. But inspired action, there's nothing wrong with taking inspired action. There, I went on and gave you guys about 10,000 ways that you could use inspired action in your life. Okay. Yeah, I don't need to. I just assume they do. Yes, Esprit. Can you bump that shit up, please? Hey, Mar. Hey, Mar, how did it go yesterday, bitch? So there's all those different ways that you guys can have and take inspired action without doing anything else, but putting yourself in that state of wish fulfilled, right? And that's not living in the end of wish fulfilled. Thanks, MKD girl. But doing things that will put you in that state of the wish fulfilled, right? If you want to live together, well then making room for his ass to live together. How the hell is he going to park in the garage oh, thank you. How the heck is he going to park in the garage if, your garage is full of shit? Okay? So you move, I'm not saying, well, sometimes it's good to not be a hoarder. It's very refreshing to not be a hoarder. I couldn't wait. When I moved out of my house 8 years ago, and I decided I was going to get an apartment for a year, I was probably the only person that was absolutely ecstatic to live in an apartment. Because I've lived in houses since I was 18. Like my whole life. I've always just rented homes. And so when I rented an apartment, I was like over the moon. I was so excited. And my friends are like, why in the hell would you be so excited? I'm like, bitch, I don't have the lawn I have to take care of. I ain't got to take care of the lawn. I could do whatever I want. Because you know what? If something breaks, it ain't my problem. It isn't my problem. They'll fix it. Not a big deal. If I want to throw my cooking oil down the drain, I could do that. It's not a big deal. Because they'll fix it. Things like that. And then it was such a good feeling to completely liquidate everything. To be like, I don't want none of this shit in my garage. Like, because me and my brother was living with me at the time. So he took his stuff and I was like, man, I just got rid of it. Like the Buy Nothing group on Facebook. By the way, if you have a Buy Nothing, you should look on Facebook and see if your community, where you live has a Buy Nothing group. You get some killer shit off there. I'm just throwing that out there. But I would put, I gave everything away. I was just like giving everything away for free. I was like, come and take. I don't want to do the whole garage sale thing. I tried that one time and it's a boring job. It's boring. It's boring to have a garage sale. You just sit there all damn day. It's hot. You had to buy coffee and donuts, so there's some of your profits out the door. So maybe you should clean out some of your garage. It's okay to not be a hoarder. It's very liberating to have room in your garage to park your car. Because when I first moved into my apartment, they tried saying that I needed to park in my garage. They're like, you don't have room in your garage to park a car. I was like, what are you talking about? I have a Mini Cooper. I like mine for the smallest make and model car I could think about. And I told them that's the kind of car I had. They're like, oh, okay. Now, I don't have to worry about that. But before, that's exactly what I did. I digress all the damn time. That's right, Mar. That's absolutely right. Like, no, yeah. He doesn't need to think about anything. You've already made up his mind for him. He'll do anything to be with you right now. He'll do anything to be with me right now. Anything. Make up his mind for him. Okay? The only reason, Mar, that he will continue to think that is if you're looking for him to validate. Okay? If you're looking for him to confirm, no. I don't need you to confirm a damn thing. Let me help you out. Let me help you out in there. And I'll make your mind up very quickly. Don't even trip. Don't even trip, honey. Allow me to do all the hard work for you. I'll make up your mind really, really fast. Don't even worry about it. Don't stress yourself out. You don't need to think about anything, baby. Don't worry. I'll take care of it all. Of course, you say that here, though. When you do your picture, do you talk in silence or you talk out loud? Clarissa, it depends on where I'm at, but I'll talk out loud, right? We're about to do the photo method, so get your pictures of your SP out, okay? We're going to do the cord cutting with the photo method, okay? But if you're alone, yeah, say it out loud, because you can say it with a little bit more queen energy, right? It's a little bit more, when you say it in your mind, it's more robotic affirming, right? It's very robotic sounding. There's really no expression in your mind, like when you think thoughts. But when you verbalize, though, you can be like, excuse me. Yeah, let me tell you what it's going to be right now, okay? I post, but then check if SP is viewed, and then I just delete my socials if he doesn't. Priya, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Because here's what you have to realize. At any time, he could have a dummy profile. A lot of people have dummy accounts, okay? He could have a dummy account that views your profile pictures every day, that views everything on your social media every freaking day. Or if you're blocked, he could simply unblock you, view your shit, and then block you again. You'd have no idea he viewed it. Okay, especially on TikTok. TikTok, so many users don't even have pictures at all on their profile, so you have no idea who they are. Okay, and so they could be viewing your stuff all the time. They could be following you right now. You have no idea. You have no idea. So, Priya, let's act like an adult. Let's act like an adult. Post on social media, and no, of course he'd use my profile. Why wouldn't he? And he will. Okay, by you checking to see if he viewed it and then deleting your socials if he doesn't, is already creating the assumption that he doesn't look at your shit. So instead, you should be creating the opposite assumption. Like, of course he's looking at my profile. He looks at my profile every damn day. He cannot get enough of my profile. He just can't stop looking at my crap. That's what you should be telling yourself over and over and over again. Okay? Like over and over and over again. Because therefore, that will become true for you. That will very much become true for you. And like I said, he's probably already looking at your stuff all the time anyway. So who cares? Who cares? Do you understand? Okay, good. I know you just said yes. So let's get ready to do the energy cord cutting, but I get new people here. So sorry. If you're tired of hearing about it, I don't care. My name is Jen. I'm your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption to work in your favor. It's not about following the law here. It's about leveraging the law when you can bend it to your will and get everything that you want, especially your SP conforming like it's going out of style. So go ahead and click that follow button or hit that subscribe button, whatever your pleasure or wherever you're watching from. Also, if you want me to manifest for you or you're interested in one-on-one coaching with me so we can figure out where you're getting wrong, where you're going wrong, so that you can get your stuff right, so that therefore, you know, you can get your SP conforming like it's going out of style, like rocket fuel. And I create a very easy, simple plan for you to follow. It's very simple. I believe in the least amount of effort possible. And it's a superpower of mine to find out where you're going wrong so I can help you get it right. Okay, and then they start to conform. I manifested my SP back from no contact to fully living with me in only 4 weeks. So I'm here to help you do the same. I know exactly how to do it. It's not the same as manifesting a new SP. Okay, not at all. So all links are in my bio. Also join our free WhatsApp community where I'm here to help you, where you can see all the movement that's going on with our members and also get advice, different things like that, get help. That's what our members are there to all support each other, okay? Manifestation can be a lonely community if you're going through it alone because people in your lives just don't understand. They're spiritually asleep. Well, the good thing is everybody in this community is not, okay? So we're all here to support and encourage people on the same journey. Okay, also, I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time, so I already know that sounds good to you. If you ever miss a live, though, don't trip. I always put them on the two of you, so when you're head on over there, subscribe to my channel. and watch my long ass lives. Mute the volume. I don't really care. Just help me get my watch hours up so I can encourage and show more people and get above the creators with trash advice and show more people how to leverage the law to work in their favor. Okay. All right. Now, that was a lot. Okay. So, and just so you know, in case you're curious, Clarissa, if you click the link in my bio, it takes you directly to my YouTube channel. You'll see it there. But it's called Jen Manifestation BFF. But you can click the link in my bio. The amount of testimonials that I have for focusing on SP specifically for the last maybe 60 days max is like, yeah, it's been almost 60 days, is like surpassed the amount of people that have been teaching this shit for years, okay? Because I know exactly what I'm doing because I've been there, I've done it, and I've refined the system. Oh, Patriot, trust me. I have big plans for you, my friend. I have big plans for you. But I've refined the system, so I know what works and what didn't work. So if I can do it in 4 weeks, hello, I'm here to help you do the same. And in case you didn't realize the fact that I was in no contact, in case you didn't hear that part. Hey, Rhea. And if you want to know my story, I don't talk about it here on TikTok anymore because it's old story. And so if you want to hear, of course I am. Of course. No, Erica, we're about to do that now. If you want to hear my full story about how I manifested my SP back, if you go over to my YouTube channel, you'll see all the lives. Just scroll right past all the lives, and it's called How I Manifested My SP Back. Okay, and it's like a 35-minute video where I walk you through all the entire process of how I did it. I'll probably remake that video again, so it's new. Well, it's not like the story changed, but I could have probably. Okay, do it later, Nina. I probably could have left some things out. I'm not sure, but you can go ahead and watch my story there. I had all the circumstances, so don't even trip. Thanks, Angela, girlfriend. So don't even trip. If you have even a quarter of them, I got your back. Okay. Serena, what you think about when time goes by is perfect boyfriend, best relationship, perfect boyfriend, best relationship. That's what you think. Or think about money, whatever you want. All right, let's get ready to cut the energy cord, okay? So we run these back to back, okay? We run them back to back where we get, I forgot to tell you guys, I have a live event coming up on the 4th of April that is all about releasing your negative emotions all the way back from the first time you experienced them. It's a very powerful process. So it's a very simple yet very powerful process. So when it's in my bio, Rhea. So when you release your negative emotions, you have no more anger, resentment, hurt, fear, guilt, or none of that, especially when it comes to your old story with your SP. You guys can literally, maybe I'll do this because it's mainly SP related, but I'll have you guys recall your old story. Let you feel the emotions for a second. And then we'll walk through the process. Now recall the story again. It doesn't faze you at all. You will have no more what caused you to cry before the exercises. You will have no more feelings about. The old version of your SP2, guess what you'll feel about that old version? Nothing. I'm not saying you're going to be a robot for the rest of your life, but you will have fresh new emotions coming. Yes, Clarissa, I'll explain that. But you will have fresh new emotions moving forward, okay? But you won't feel you won't have any animosity towards your SP, like the old version of him, nothing. You just be like, doesn't bother me at all anymore. Old sir, doesn't bother me at all anymore. Perfect. So why think about it? It doesn't have any emotional connection to you anymore, okay? So there's that. And then if you sign up, I also do give you access to my limiting belief. It's not in the order form, but you will get immediate access to removing your limiting beliefs. Oh yeah, I got to send it to everybody who joined before. So you have access to that course that I had already put together before. So let's remove your limiting beliefs when we're at it. Okay? All right. And you can click, all links are in my bio, guys. All right. Now, Cord cutting. The way cord cutting is he's not sassy today, Taylor. He's not sassy at all. Bitch. Oh, I get that that's how you're viewing him, but no, you need to stop viewing that because he will be totally different. In an hour, he's back on track. In less than that, right back on track. Like, nah, sassy, I don't think so. He's so sweet. He is so sweet. He talks to me only like a queen. He only talks to me like a queen every day. Okay, so cord cutting. The way cord cutting works is and besides, bitch, you're a little sassy too. Let's not pretend. Taylor, go talk to your kitty cat. It is your charm. Okay, so the way energy cutting works, the cord cutting works, is you're not cord cutting and releasing your SP. Okay, that's all we're doing. So what it does is it releases the stale energy between you and your SP. So, because what happens is, as you go through your relationship with your SP, every time you have a disagreement, every time you have an argument, that energy, that negative energy, it just compounds over time. Okay, so instead, what we do is we drop the energy. We drop the old negative energy that's attached to you and your SP. So what's going to happen is that they're going to feel a shift in their energy field because you've caught that negative energy between you and your SP. Okay, so they will start to all of a sudden think of you differently, treat you differently, things like that, because there's new energy between you and your SP, right? It's only positive energy now, it's fresh. So Clarissa, you asked, you should do this especially after every argument, or you should do this every week with you and your husband because it keeps the energy between you and your husband fresh all the time. Okay. In my bio or on my profile, oh, in case you're on YouTube, all my links are in the description. Okay, I had to close that loop. In my profile, there's a series of videos where I'm wearing a red shirt. There's 3 videos, a trilogy. The first video is the one where I walk you through it. The first one in my red shirt is where I walk you through the cord cutting, okay? So you can save that video. Then we do the photo method. The photo method is also pinned to the top of my profile that has like 40,000 views. Save that video too, if you're new here, okay? Because then you can do this as often as you want. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. I cut the old energy with an ex that I hadn't talked to in over 8 years, and all of a sudden, within 72 hours, he called me. And he's like, hey, I was just thinking about you, how you doing? I was like, because that wasn't why I was cutting the energy cord. I was just trying to restore my own ass energy. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do here. Okay, same way, you can do this with family members. You can do this with your SP's family members too. You can do this with their children. You can do this with anybody that you want, because therefore they all start viewing you differently. They all start seeing you differently because there's no old stale energy anymore. All right. So get somewhere comfortable. You don't have to lay down. You can sit your little happy ass in a chair. Okay. And you're just going to get comfortable. And I want you, it's a 2-minute exercise, guys. Okay. I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to take 3 deep breaths in and out. And I want you to imagine that you're in a theater. It's a dark theater. It's only you. And in front of you, there's a stage. And on that stage, there's a beam of light, like a stage light, that goes from the top of the ceiling down to the center of the stage. And I want you to stare into that stage light. And as you stare into that stage light, you start to realize that you're not alone. You start to see that there's a shadowy figure stepping out of the light off to the back of the stage. And as you shift your focus to the shadowy figure, you start to realize that that's your SP. Now I want you to say your SP's name, and I want you to call him into the light. Now, as he starts to step into the light, you start to notice their facial features, their physical body, and you also notice that there's a gold cord that runs from their third eye into your third eye. Now, I want you to ask your SP these two questions, and I want you to hear them respond. If you can hear their voice, great. If you can't, don't worry about it either. Yes, you can, Nancy. I want you to ask them, do you support me? Hear them tell you, yes. Ask them, do you love me? Also hear them tell you, yes. Now I want you to say these 4 phrases to your SP. This time, you're not going to hear them respond. Right now, look into your SP's eyes and tell him, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Now I want you to reach up with your hand as if your hand is a pair of scissors. And I want you to cut that gold cord that runs from your third eye. And as that gold cord starts to fall to the floor, I want you to reach up with your other hand, and I want you to grab the roots of that gold cord from your third eye and just toss them aside. Now, as the gold cord continues to fall to that floor, your SP starts to float away like a balloon. The cord continues to fall to that floor. Your SP starts to float away like a balloon. And out. And open your eyes. Organically Zen skincare. Well, I hope it didn't freeze. Have you ever noticed that? What part did I freeze on? Liv? Well, god damn it. Well, god damn it. If you're still looking at them as the balloon, you want to imagine them getting further and further away until they disappear. Epic fail. Yeah, exactly. Let me tell you guys, have you ever noticed that when a video saves, they're like, whenever a video freezes or it saves, they purposely choose the most obnoxious face of yours. They're like, and I'm like, do you do that on purpose? Do you do that on purpose? So you force people to have a thumbnail? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Yeah, the whole thing was that they float away until they're out of sight, okay? And they just disappear. But go to my profile. Thanks, Cece. Go to my profile, red shirt, first of the 3 videos is where I walk you through this exercise, the unfrozen edition. But that's okay. This is why we do this every day here, okay? So those of you that have been here before know exactly what you're supposed to do. Okay, so now you have your SP's photo out, okay? Your SP's photo's out. Now, this is called the photo method. Again, this video is pinned to the top of my profile. It's called the photo method. This is like thought transmission to your SP. That's what this is, okay? It's thought transmission. After we do this exercise, I will go ahead and I will go ahead and tell you how you can leverage the photo method as well, okay? So we want to do the photo, but this method is very powerful. It's designed to start getting you in contact with your SP again, or to bring you closer together, okay? Wherever you're at in your, with your SP, I will give you different ways. I'll give you different commands to say to your SP so that you know, okay? Now, I suggest you do this twice. Once with your SP, and a second one where you just randomly choose someone at random. You don't even have to have their picture, okay? You don't. So you can choose a coworker, you can choose a child, you can choose your spouse. You can choose, no, not your spouse. You can choose anybody, even your spouse, okay? Or your boyfriend, and just be like, pick a color shirt and say, you're gonna wear a blue shirt today. You're wearing a blue shirt today. You only have to say it a couple times, like, you're gonna wear a blue shirt today. And go about your day. Watch how quickly they put on the same color shirt. You see the same color shirt that you said they would wear. I know, that's what Cece said. She did that for me. Somebody in my video commented that said she tested this on their son, and their kid did it in, or her nephew did it within 15 minutes. And another person has fun getting her getting her kids to clean their room. Yeah, you're gonna get people to do whatever you want. It's a good one. Clean the room. I'm gonna do that on my daughter today. Actually, she needs to clean that shit up. So pick somebody at random. Even, and you know what, Patriot? Here's the thing. Let's say you do look at their social media. Well, if they're active posters, we should still say that they wear a certain color shirt today, because God damn, if you pull up their social media and all of a sudden they posted themselves in a blue shirt or a red shirt or an orange shirt, you know, then you're like, yep, that's right. That's right, bitch. But you could choose anybody that you see often, okay? And just tell yourself that they're wearing a shirt, a certain color shirt. And you will see them you will see that person all of a sudden wear that color shirt. And now you will know that your SP is no fucking different, okay? You just have to drop the resistance. Natalie, no. I mean, in here. No. We'll get to that. We'll get to hold your questions, okay? We'll get to, I'll answer yours, Natalie, when we return from said photo method, okay? So this is where, so let's play along, because I need you guys to start understanding. Yeah, you can do that. Totally, Natalie. You can do that. Yeah. So I need you guys to get to thinking something different, okay? Something different. Absolutely, Lisa. I guess you can. Okay, so we need to start expecting different behavior than what you're getting now. Okay, so I want you to go down memory lane for a hot second, and I want you to go back into a time when your relationship or your marriage was perfect. Like everything was picture perfect. Go back to that time in your relationship right now. Remember that version of your SP. Spend about 20 seconds and remember how they made you feel, how they treated you, who they were as the perfect SP for you. Who were they at that time when everything was perfect? Remember that now. Forget who they were 5 seconds ago. That version of your SP no longer exists. The only version of your SP that exists right now in your reality is your perfect person. I want you to hold on to the version of your SP that you just recalled right now. I want you to hold on to that version right now and bring that version of your SP into your current reality. Because when you do that, that is now who he is for you. Your SP, no version of your SP right now, from this point and moving forward, exists except for your perfect SP. That is it. Okay? The version of your SP that is in your current reality right now, the one that you just brought into your current reality right now, is constantly calling and texting you. He's constantly spending time with you. He is obsessed with you. He's madly in love with you. He'll do anything to be with you. He is the most caring, thoughtful, loyal, committed partner for you and only you. The version of your SP that's in your reality right now makes you are his only priority. He will do anything that he can to make you happy right now. He's waiting for you to let him call you, text you, come and see you, want to spend time with you, want to be with you again, want to love you, want to be your perfect person. All you have to do is give them permission to do so. And we're going to do that right now, okay? Now, if you are new here, you're going to put on your crown. If you are not new here, then you're going to straighten your crown, because we don't take our crowns off. We wear our crowns 24/7. We get what we want and we get it when we want it, period. We don't settle for less at all in our reality. We deserve to be happy and we get what we want, period. So, if you are in, I need you to remember this. When kings and queens give a command, do they have to check, question, doubt, or worry that their command will be fulfilled? No, they don't. When they give a command, they expect and they just know that it is done, that it is done. That's what they do. They know and they expect it to be fulfilled. That is now who you are. So, you're going to look at your SP's photo, and I always put you on a bio break. I have to go to the ladies' room when you do this, okay? And you're going to give your commands. If you are alone, then say it out loud with a little bit of backbone. If you are not alone, then say it in your mind. Don't look like a wacko, okay? Now, if you are in no contact, or you're in contact, but it is not consistent contact, you are going to command to your SP. You can say you're contacting me, texting me, or calling me. It doesn't matter. Whatever they have to do that would naturally unfold is exactly what's going to happen, okay? So if they're not a texter, they're a caller, they're going to call you. Who cares, okay? So you're going to say, you're texting me right now. You're texting me right now. You're texting me right now. You are texting me right now, okay? Now, if you're in constant contact with your SP, you have two choices. You can say you're contacting me right now just to prove what a badass you are and that you're the queen in your reality. Or you can say you're coming to see me today. You are coming to see me today. You are coming to see me today. Okay? Now, if you're in a situationship or a relationship, if you're with your SP now, you can have fun with this. You can get them to do anything you want them to do. So do you want them to cook you dinner tonight? Buy you flowers? Bring you dinner? You want them to rub your feet? You want them to have, sexy time tonight? Whatever you want. No, Patriot. No, Patriot. You're looking at their photo. So how are you going to be like, Jennifer is cooking me? I am Jennifer, right? She knows who she is. You're saying you, bitch. You. Okay. So if you are in a relationship, then you're going to now, you can tell them anything. I love thee. We're having sexy time tonight. Anything you want. You want a foot rub? What is it you want tonight from your SP? Give your command. Okay, so you're going to get busy right now. I take a quick little bio break. Give your commands right now. Wear your crowns proudly and expect them to do what you tell them to do. No, Clarissa, just say you because you're talking to them. And we're back. Okay, let's see. What are people asking? Say summer thing's kind of cool. Okay, I said, and if they don't, they are not your person. Well, Snappy Times, what are you fucking talking about? What are you talking about, Snappy Times? No, that doesn't mean that. If they don't, first of all, what are you talking about? That's insane. Okay, because the perfect version of your SP would talk to you, would contact you. The second you know that, the second you step into that perfect person, they will contact you. Hello, if you go to my stories, I just posted a testimonial. I also put it in the WhatsApp group about somebody who said, she met me a week ago. She met me a week ago. She did the photo method. He double texted her on the live, on my live, double texted her. And then she knew that he was going to come and see her today. Not today, but at that day. She sent it 2 days ago. She knew that he was going to come and see her because he double texted her. He didn't mention anything about coming to see her. He didn't say anything about it. Guess who came and saw her that night? Her SP. He didn't even mention it. But she knew. So because she knew, Flashy, Lisa, and everybody else, because she knew, he did. So the second you know and persist in perfect SP only, and see that only that version of your SP, then you would know that, of course, that's my perfect husband. That's my perfect girlfriend, my perfect wife, my perfect boyfriend. Of course. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? And the minute you know, he does. He does. On the spot. It's not a long, drawn-out process. They're always your perfect person, but the only reason they wouldn't do it is because you don't know. Because you're looking at your current reality, showing you the opposite, and you're reacting. And you're selecting old SP, the one that you don't want, the one that you don't want, the one that broke your heart. That's the version that you're holding on to. So because of that, he can't text you. He literally can't. So if you want to continue to view him as ignoring you, not wanting to talk to you, not fucking texting you, guess what? They literally will never think about you. Because that's what you think. You can't do that shit. I don't know why, Taylor, but I get excited when I see audio clips come from you. Nesp, I would do it daily. I would absolutely do it daily. Now, with the photo method, you can say your affirmations back to them, right? Where everything is a you instead of a he or their name, because you're talking to that person. Okay, you have to look at it like I'm looking at their photo. I'm talking to them, right? So you can literally say your affirmations to them. Okay. You can also do where I do the energy cord cutting, the 4 phrases. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. You can say that to them as well, to their photo. Okay. You can do all of that. You can say whatever you want to say to your SP. Just don't cuss them out in the photo. Okay. Because remember, it's thought transmission. You control 100% of their thoughts all the time. They can only think the thoughts in your reality about you that you assume they're thinking. So what the fuck do you want to assume they're thinking? About somebody else? I certainly wouldn't want to think that way. No, absolutely not. He thinks about me all day, every day. He can't even fucking sleep at night because he can't stop thinking about me. Shit. I'm rent-free in his mind 24/7. I'm all he thinks about. And you will be all he thinks about. Jacques. Okay. Listen, bitches. Okay. Hey, uplifter. Okay, listen. I don't know if your internet or mine are breaking up. Hopefully it's not mine. Okay, here's the thing. Listen, guys. I told you guys, save my video Oh, good. Text me an update. Welcome to that. Here's the fucking thing. Okay, I tell you guys this all the time. All the time. If we could have, okay. Excuse me. Why my boyfriend did not get 0 Gatorade, but he did get less sugar. It's a new one. I've never had this one before. It's called Rainberry. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay, so listen, Jacques, Steppy Times, all of you. This is called being a fucking adult. If we can get four 14-year-olds together and get them to communicate and to talk to each other about how they feel and put this shit past them and get them to hug it out at the end and move beyond, then why can't I get grown-ass fucking adults to act like an adult? They're more mature than you at this point. Because you know what? They reacted, but they moved on. You guys need to become an adult. You need to act like a fucking adult. Okay? Who cares if you've been left undelivered? Who gives a shit? You know why they left you undelivered? They left you undelivered because they cannot, they're busy right now and they want to make sure that they answer your message. So you know what? They left you undelivered just so they can remember to respond to your ass. They're busy right now. They read your message. They didn't respond. Well, you know what? That's because they're busy. But you know what? They took the time to read my message because, of course, why wouldn't they? They can't wait to see what I have to say. So, yeah, they're responding. They're actually going to respond right now. They're responding right now. Delivered, read, doesn't fucking matter. They're responding right now. What part of that is unclear? What part of that is unclear to act like a fucking adult? What part of that is unclear? But instead, you're reacting to delivered, being left on read, blocked, not watching fucking stories on social media. Like, for what? Why are you reacting to that stupid shit? For what? What is the point of all of that? Let me tell you, you guys read way too into fucking everything. Way too into the bullshit. They could have broken their goddamn phone. They could be without service. Who the fuck knows? Maybe their phone died. Who knows? Who gives a shit about any of this? Who cares about any of that stuff? Because you should be telling yourself consistently the opposite over and over and over again. Because if you would start telling yourself the opposite, guess what would happen? The shit would change. But the more you focus on not talking to me, blocked, not doing any of the shit, guess what happens? You extend the fucking time over and over again. When you could have cut that shit off after an hour of no contact. You could have cut that shit off right away and been like, no, they're contacting me back right now. Right now they're contacting me back. And guess what? They would have contacted you back. But instead, you'd prefer to extend the fucking timeline. No, you know what? You may as well just pack this shit up, let life happen to you and say, you know what? I actually don't want them to contact me because that's exactly what the fuck you're saying. That's exactly what you're saying. Over and over and over again. I don't want them to contact me. I literally don't. Nope. I do not want them to come see me. I do not want them to be with me. I do not want them to commit to me. I do not want any of that shit. That's what you're saying every time you react. So grow up. Grow up and get what the fuck you want. You should only be reacting to the good shit. And everything else you don't like, you should be changing it in your mind over and over and over again so that you can break no contact, so that they can fucking talk to you all day long, so they can come and see you, so they can commit to you and be in a relationship with you. But they won't do any of that shit as long as you want to keep bullshitting around over and over and over again in your fucking shitty ass thoughts. Because you're doing this to yourself. You're the only reason why you're still blocked. You're the only reason why they're still not contacting you. You're the only reason why they're not coming to see you. You're the only reason why they're not committing to you. There is no one else that's responsible for any of that shit but you. That's it. That's all she wrote. So grow up, act like a fucking adult, put on your goddamn fucking crown, and get what you want. Because you can't stop manifesting. You're manifesting 24/7. Your 3D is conforming 100% of the time. Your SP is conforming 100% of the time. So if it's not going the way you want, only you have the ability to change it. Only you have the ability to change everything in your life. That is on you. It is on no one else. So you can get mad all you fucking want at your SPs. Go ahead. Get mad all you want. But at the end of the day, what you should be doing is taking one hard-ass look in the mirror. And the only person you should be getting frustrated with is you, bitch. That's it. That's the only person you should be getting mad at, is you. Because you're the one stopping this. You're the one preventing all of this. So the minute you want to wear your crown, get what the hell you want, and stay the course and persist no matter what you see, what part of that is unclear? The minute you actually want to persist beyond what you see, guess what? The shift changes. The shift happens over and over and over again if you will persist. But how in the fuck do I have so many people that come across my shit and in less than a week or get SPs to conform, and then here you guys are not? You know why? Because they're like, she said to do this, I'm going to do it. She said to do this, I'm going to do that too. And boom, SP conforms over and over and over again. Because you're the one that's in control. You're the boss. So when are you going to act like it? If you were the boss at your company right now, you're going to let your employees just walk all over you and decide not to come to work whenever they want and just treat you like shit? Is that what you would do if they worked for you? I don't think so. What would you do? You'd get pissed and you'd fire every single fucking one of them. So you're the boss of your reality. This is your fucking movie. You're the screenwriter. The only way you're going to get a different result is if you write a new script. You cannot watch the same movie over and over and over again and expect somehow the ending changes. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. The only way the movie rewrites itself is when part 2 comes out, because it's a whole new fucking script. So if you want different results, if you want your reality to change, then that's on you. You need to get a grip and you need to write a new story, and it should only be the one that you want to write. I love to watch horror flicks, but do you think I'm going to create my own? No. So why would you? Why would you? In fact, I don't even like watching romantic films, but I'll create the most romantic movie scene of my fucking life in my own reality. Because it's up to you. It's not up to anyone else. Unless you decide that you want to leave it up to everybody else. I just want commitment. Well, then decide right now. I want you to decide right now. Do you want your SP or do you not? Because if you answered yes, and be honest with yourself, because if you answered yes, then why in the fuck wouldn't you fight for your relationship? Why wouldn't you fight for it? Because who doesn't fight to save their marriage? Who doesn't fight for the one that they love? Cowards. Are you a coward? I don't think so. So get up right now and fucking fight for your SP. Fight for your marriage. Fight for your happiness. Fight for the one that you love. Do it now. And don't fold. Persist and persist and persist. No matter what you see. No matter what you see, you will persist. And you will not give up. Because I will fight all day for the people that I love. 100%. I will go to war for the people that I love. Would you fight for your child right now? If I know you said yes. So you know what? If you'd fight for your kids, why wouldn't you fight for anybody else? Grow up and be an adult and fight. We don't quit. We don't walk away. We don't let our own reality bully us and get us down. No. You fall down, what do? Crawl? No, like a toddler? No. You get back up. So if you fall, it's okay. But get up. Straighten up your fucking back. Pick your fucking head up. Straighten up your crown. and push forward and keep pushing forward. Because you know what? Everything will change. Everything will change. Right now, people are breaking up. People are getting a divorce right now because they're spiritually asleep and they don't know any different. But you do. You know different. So there's no reason that you can't turn this around now. I don't like that. I don't like the divorces on the rise because after COVID, people couldn't really live together. All they did was fight because they didn't know any better. But it starts with all of you to get your SP, to get the person back that you love, to fight for it so that we can show everybody else that they can have what they want to and that they deserve it. You all deserve to be happy. Why get somebody new when I could be with the one that I love? We've been through too many relationships to not be with the one that makes us happy, to be with the one that loves us, that we love. So I want you now to fight for it. Stop with the bullshit. Stop with the fucking excuses. Stop letting the 3D beat you down and kick your fucking ass. You tell the 3D every fucking day it wants to trigger you to go fuck yourself. Fuck you. Fuck the 3D. That's what you need to tell yourself every time it tries to trigger you. Every time it tries to trigger you. Fuck the 3D. I won't let it win. I will win. That's what I want for you. And I want it for you now. I don't like jumping on calls and having you guys go to memory lane and cry because you're getting beat up every day because the 3D is showing you the opposite and it hurts your feelings, and I get that. But we need to pick ourselves back up and prove to ourselves that we're stronger than that. We are stronger than that. Do it now. Make me fucking cry on social goddamn media. Because I care about you. I do. I don't cry on demand. I don't even know how to do that. But I actually love you all. Okay, I care about you all. And I don't want to see you guys suffering, questioning and wondering what you're doing. What am I doing wrong? You're not doing anything wrong. All you're doing is reacting to fucking everything over and over and over again. Is reacting, letting the 3D beat you up, getting in your own way and not persisting and folding over and over and over again, and wavering and questioning your power. Questioning if the one that you love wants to be with you. Of course they do. They were with you before, weren't they? So why wouldn't they want to be with you again? Why wouldn't they? Take a look at yourself in the mirror. You're fucking beautiful. You're handsome. Why wouldn't they want to be with you? They absolutely do. But you have to give them permission to be that person for you. It's only up to you to give them the permission to contact you, to be with you, to love you, to be your perfect version for you. It's up to you. So I want you to do it. I want you to fight every fucking day. Fight for what you want. And don't worry, we will have merch that says, fuck the 3D. Don't even trip. So that you can remind yourself. Yeah, maybe a coffee mug, something, a keychain, something that, a window fucking thing you put in your car, something to remind you every goddamn day to fuck the 3D. You know, it's like fuck the free world, that saying that they had in a movie. The same thing. Okay? It's the same thing. And yes, somebody asked before, Yes, you can. You all should assign only the meaning that you want it to mean in the 3D. Oh yeah, there it was. Nina, there it was. I remember I saw that before in a movie. But you deserve it all, okay? You should be assigning the meaning to everything that you want. Only that meaning. To everything, get good at it. Get good at it. Get good at being delusional about the meanings to everything. Every fucking thing. And anytime something tries to trigger you, pick yourself up and tell yourself, I'm better than that. Oh, I'm fucking better than that. Nice try. Come again. What do they say? Goodbye, come again. That was the worst accent ever, but you get it. Okay? You're better than all of that. You're better than getting triggered by delivered or read or not seeing your fucking story. Who gives a shit? Let me tell you. Yeah, Clarissa, I do it morning and night. I'm telling you, you have no idea who's watching your shit, especially on TikTok. Especially on TikTok. You have no idea who's watching your stuff. You don't. I found out that multiple people are watching my stuff. I had no idea. Okay? Not like I post anything bad, but you just don't know who's watching. Because there's so many people you see even here in the chat. There'll be like user 489-1700. You know who the fuck that is. You don't know who that is. And then they don't have a profile picture. But you have a gang of followers like that. For all you know, your SP could be one of them. That's what you should be telling yourself. Everything has the meaning that you want it to mean. That you want it to mean. Not anyone else. Who gives a shit? I know. It's wild. I mean, Facebook, if you have your, Instagram, if you have a picture, a thing on private, then maybe you will or will not know who's following you. But at TikTok, nah, it's a free roaming world on TikTok. I have no idea who a lot of my followers are. I have no idea. Unless they DM me, right? But a lot of people, and then when you share your stories on TikTok, it goes to every fucking body on TikTok. So, they're watching. But I don't want to see you guys beat yourself up anymore. I'm sure you did, Flashy. Right? See what I'm saying? I get it all the time. Yeah, Mimi, but don't anymore. Okay? Don't let fear win. Don't let fear win, because it's like, you have to look at it from a logical perspective when it comes to fear. Like, what are you fearful about? You know what I'm fearful about? I'm fearful about going on the the fucking Tower of Terror at Disneyland and falling to my death. I don't like that shit. I don't like where they pull you all the way up and then drop your ass. I don't like that. I don't like those rides because my heart gets left up at the top. I don't like those rides. So I'm fearful of those rides. But you know what I'm not fearful of? My SP conforming. My SP coming to be with me. Why would you be fearful of that? You're not. So turn that emotion that you're experiencing into excitement instead. Because nothing has meaning unless you give it a meaning. So if you're going to choose to assign it the meaning of fear, then that will be true for you. Or you can choose right now to assign the meaning of excitement. That will also be true for you. Okay? My daughter, I'll be damned. You got me all the way fucked up if you think I'm going to stand in a 2-hour-long line to go on a ride for you to get to the very top of that line, for your kid to be like, nope, I'm scared. I don't want to do it. You got me all the way fucked up. I ain't doing all that. I'll drag your ass on the ride crying in the whole bit if I got to. looking like the worst parent in the world. I don't really, I'll be like, we waited 2 hours. Are you insane? So I looked at my daughter and I said, honey, the feeling that you have right now, it's not fear, it's excitement. It's the same feeling, it's excitement. I said, it's butterflies in your stomach. That's because you're excited to try something new. You're excited for this ride. She brought her little happy ass on that ride. Because like I told you, I'm not getting out of line. I'll send her down to the bottom at 3 by herself, and my ass is getting on that ride. Yeah, Clarissa, you can. You can. But if you believe that your husband has a grudge, until you believe he's over that shit, he's not going to be over it. Okay? So instead, it's like, no, what grudge? I can do no wrong. I can do no wrong. My husband never gets mad at me. Like, never. I can do nothing wrong in his eyes. He's over that shit. You can tell him that too, if you want. You can be like, you're over the grudge. We're all done with that shit. But you probably won't have to, okay? You know, anybody who feels that emotions are stopping your manifestation, hello, that is why I have the live event coming up, which you get lifetime access to the replays so that you can let that shit go. So we can delete all the negative emotions. So therefore, it doesn't come up anymore. It doesn't come up anymore if you let it all go, okay? Because therefore, you have no feelings one way or the other about that shit. And guess what happens? The resistance lowers. And then guess what happens? Your manifestation speeds up. Because you've lowered the resistance, because now you're not emotionally attached to that shit anymore, right? You're not like, there's just no emotion. It's not like you're going to walk around like a sour bitch that just has no expression anymore. You'll have fresh emotions, but you won't sit there. I can't, Brittany, because it's a technique I walk you through. Okay. So it's not really something I can make a video about per se, but I can see if I can see if there's some kind of similar process that I can. Let me think about that one. See if I love a good challenge and see if I can think about a simpler process that could be explained in a do-it-yourself video. Okay. So that's why you release the negative emotions, because then it's not bothering you. Connie, you said we are rocky, but working on it. Okay, stop identifying your relationship as being rocky. Okay, because it has to continue to be rocky. He is texting someone. What should my thought be? Texting who? You? If you get my drift. You're the only one he desires. Okay, he's obsessed with you. You're all he ever thinks about. He's always calling and texting you. You have the perfect relationship. Okay? You have to see him as the perfect boyfriend for you and perfect relationship. Perfect relationship. Perfect relationship. Okay, so if strangers are rude to you, well, then that means, one, you have a self-concept issue. Okay? Bliss. So if strangers are rude to you, what it says internally is you have a little bit of a self-concept issue. Okay. So we'll take myself as an example. Okay. So when I was 220 pounds, okay, I got denied everything. Like literally everything. Like people would walk and they'd see you walking and they'd like slam the door in front of you. You know what I'm saying? And I got denied. Starbucks gave me a $50 gift card because I was actually pregnant when this happened to me. And I don't have any pregnancy pictures, to be quite honest, because I was like swollen everywhere. I wear a size 6 shoe. I couldn't even wear a size 10, and I was pregnant in the summer. I couldn't, at the height of my pregnancy, I could not even wear a size 10 sandals. That's how swollen my fucking feet were. But Starbucks was cleaning their bathroom. They denied me access to their bathroom. as I'm pregnant. But I would have like gas station people would let me use their fucking personal bathroom, right? But I noticed that people treated me very different. And I only noticed this when I lost the weight, okay? And by the way, if you guys have any bad experience at any establishment you ever go to, complain. Complain. If they get your order wrong, complain. Online. Write a complaint online. If they get your order wrong, I don't give a shit if they put mayonnaise in your burger and you told them no mayonnaise. Okay? If they forget to give you stuff, because forgetting to give me sauces just annoys the shit out of me. And so if you complain, they'll always, most dining establishments will send you a gift card inviting you to come back. Let's go get some free food while we're at it. But when I lost all the weight, people were opening doors for me. Like, I'll be getting out of my fucking car and people will like hold the door open for me until I get my happy ass in there, right? People would move out of the way for me. People treated me very different. Like, I could go to the bar when I was overweight and stand at that bar top for like 25 minutes waiting for somebody to take my order. Versus when I lost the weight, 2 seconds. I'm at that bar, 2 seconds, they're coming over. Me and my mom actually tested this when we were in Vegas. And my mom, she went up to the bar. It took forever for her to get drinks. Me, every time I'd go up to the bar, first of all, she loves going. Why do you think she loves going to Vegas with me? We get free fucking drinks all the time. Like, all the time. We have people comping our food. We have people paying for our food, right? I get drinks right away because people treated me very, very different. But why do people treat me different? Because when I was overweight, I did not have a good self-concept. Okay. This wasn't about me necessarily being overweight. I did not have a good self-concept. Okay. And I didn't have that love for myself. So when I lost the weight though, that's what led to me losing the weight, is when I was talking to somebody, I said something like, exactly, Jillian. Yeah, that's what I just said. It had nothing to do with me being overweight. It had everything to do with my self-concept. Okay, because when I'll never forget sitting at dinner with a friend of mine. And he said, I was talking to him and everything, and this is when I was at the height of my weight. And he said, Jen, when did you stop loving yourself? Right away, I'm like, I've always had a high self-concept. Okay, so I was like, what are you fucking talking about? I was like, I love myself. But the second I said that, I felt something in my body that said the opposite. I felt like a knot in your stomach when I said that. And I just broke down. I broke down and I started crying and crying and crying. And I was like, I didn't realize that at some point I had lost the love for myself. So when I went to go get the love back for myself, I lost the weight like it's going out of fucking style. And people started treating me very, very different because I found the love for myself again, right? So this is where you will see some women that are a little bit bigger, but they're beautiful. They carry themselves well, all that, because they're confident women, right? So when you're a confident person, people treat you differently. The weight has nothing to do with it. People will treat you very differently if you're confident, okay? If you have that confidence about yourself, if you love yourself, then that's reflected to other people. That's where people will treat you differently. So all that's saying internally, this is such a long ass fucking answer, but all that's saying internally is that at some point you have a self-concept issue where it's not that you think other people treat you rude, but you don't see yourself as like a bad bitch, as a confident person. Because if you saw yourself that way, it's magnetic. It's magnetic. Okay, then all of a sudden people will gravitate towards you. People will start treating you very differently because you will naturally carry yourself differently, right? You'll start to carry yourself differently because you're confident, right? People walk a certain type of way. My daughter, when she was like just walking, when she was little, man, my daughter, people would be like, your daughter walks around like she's the shit. Because she just had this like swagger about her. Right? But we would ask her every day, what are you today, honey? Are you beautiful? Are you a diva? Are you fabulous? And she'd be like, I'm fabulous today. Tomorrow, I'm a diva. right? And she just like would have this swagger, which everyone, I told you guys, when she was a baby, like everyone was like, I could kidnap her. She's so fucking cute. I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna go this direction. And then other people are like, can I take, not to sound creepy, but can we take a picture of your daughter? Because she's fucking beautiful. Like she's stunning. And she is now, right? But she has a confidence level about her, which is what's magnetic. People at school gravitate towards my daughter. People at school want to be like her because she has a confidence level about her. So that's all you need, okay? So affirmations for me, people keep trying to run me. I do see myself as a baddie. I just don't want to put up with it. So start telling yourself, Bliss, like everybody loves me. Everybody loves me. Everybody loves me. Doesn't matter. Everybody loves me. Everyone thinks I'm perfect. Everyone thinks I'm perfect. Okay? Because if they're trying to run you, first of all, how the fuck does a stranger try to run you? I wish a stranger would. I wish a stranger would. I would look at that man so hard, real fast, and be like, who the fuck are you? Bye. A stranger doesn't try to run you, bitch. Unless you let him. Unless you let him. Yeah, Sherry. So you can literally tell yourself, like, I'm perfection. Like, I am literally perfection. I am perfect. I am perfect. Right? I don't think you need 55,000 self-concept affirmations. I think it's fucking stupid when you can just choose umbrella affirmations that cover the whole thing. Okay? Like, and that's what you guys have to realize. In some of these things, you can umbrella the affirmation. So what does perfection mean? What does perfect mean to you? Your subconscious mind knows what that is for you. So now you are perfect. That covers any self-concept issue you've ever had. We don't need to go digging for where I lack the self-confidence concept, like, oh, I never feel chosen, I'm this, I'm not good enough, I'm this, that, and the third. No, I'm perfect. I am literally perfection. I am perfection. I am perfect. I am perfect. I am perfect. Because that implies exactly that. So therefore, job done. Job done. And do you know how many times you can say, I am perfect? 50,000 times a day versus if you had 1,500 affirmations for self-concept. Well, you're only saying that like a couple dozen times. That's stupid. There you go. I am enough just the way that I am. Absolutely. Why not? You have to believe that stuff. I personally like umbrella affirmations when it comes to self-concept, so therefore you're not over here like, oh yeah, I got this self-concept issue too. So you can literally be like, I have a great self-concept, I am perfect. I have a great self-concept, I am perfect. I have a great self-concept, I am perfect. Okay? So therefore, we covered it all. We covered it all. Okay, I do have to jet because I have a coaching call. I have coaching calls today. Well, I have them every fucking day. I don't even know why I said today. Do you care about time when manifesting a text? No, time is an illusion, Ivy. Time is an illusion, okay? Time is only what you make of it, which is why certain days will fly by super fast and other days will seem to lag, because time is an illusion. So, but however, the more you focus on time, you extend the time, okay? Because you're like, well, I haven't heard from him in a week. It's been a month. It's been 2 months. Okay, well, unless you decide he's contacting you now, you're extending the timeline. The more you focus on the time, the more the time extends. Like, it's been 4 days, it's been 5 days, it's been 6 days, it's been 7 days. It keeps going, okay? Because you're focusing on, it's not here yet, it's not here yet, extend the time out. We don't want that. Okay, use your 3-4-6. Stop making excuses. Stop making excuses on how you assume she feels. If you want to assume she feels some type of way, then you should assume the opposite, okay? So instead of saying, I think she feels I'm angry with her, which is just another reason for her not to reach out, instead of saying that, if you're gonna think something, then you might as well just say, I think she feels obsessed with me. I think she feels that she's in love with me right now. In fact, she's contacting me right now because she cannot wait to tell me how much she loves me. Why don't you think that way instead? Okay? Stop with the bullshit. I love you, Jolene. I love you. That's right. You are flawless, bitch. I've seen a lot of you guys. I'm telling you guys are all like freaking hot. Let's just call it what it is. Y'all are hot. Okay. So own that shit. Own it, own it, own it. Okay. I do got a jet, but if you are interested in having me manifest your SP for you, or you want one-on-one coaching, it's not exclusive to SPs. It can be whatever you want. Weight loss, I'm good at it. I've done it. I lost over 100 pounds, no diet, no exercise in less than a year. Business success, money, doesn't matter. Yes, Shanae, I will. I'm teaching you, Shanae, how to breathe. How to breathe. Yes, Clarissa. Yes, absolutely. I love the fact that you're here with your husband. We have a lot of people. Join our WhatsApp group too. Okay, we actually have groups for wives and husbands that are manifesting their SPs. Okay, their husbands or their wives. Okay, so yes, it does work for husbands. They're easy to conform, actually, if done correctly. If done correctly. Okay. Also, be sure to sign up for my live event so that we can let go of these negative ass emotions y'all got flying on autopilot around here, okay? So, yes, thank you, Rabu. Straighten up the crown. Thanks, Jolene, girlfriend. Okay, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel while you're at it. Help a sister out. I will, CC, I will. Okay? I love you guys. Remember what I fucking said. Remember what I said. Wear your crown. Don't settle for less any effing more. Do you understand? Okay. I love you, besties. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.